Greetings, noble ones. Hello, noble ones from the Metatron and the newly released Minitron. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. I see already quite a few people on chat. Blueku says Metadad. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, my friend. Really appreciate. All right, let's start setting things up. I'm going to read. Hello, hello. So good to see you here. Thank you. Sorry for not streaming for so long, but we were a little busy with the end of the pregnancy, the labor, the hospital, all that kind of stuff. But we're back. We are back, my friends. So today we're streaming, and hopefully for the next few days, we're going to resume daily streaming on Twitch and Rumble. And when it comes to YouTube, weekly streaming and regular uploads, as you know, never stopped. Thank you so much for all the congratulations. I really appreciate you being here. Let me know if I'm clipping the mic, which, as you know, being Southern Italian, that's my default. My default is clipping the mic. If I manage to have a decent volume, that's me operating in combination with you, making sure that we don't make everything explode. But I really appreciate you being here, guys. Thank you so much. And hopefully we'll have a normal, good stream. I have to say, though, we should expect some possible wardrobe failures, meaning the diapers. So if something like that happens, I might need to sort of turn it into a chair stream a couple of times, go downstairs, help out, if we have critical conditions when it comes to, But hey, apart from that, I hope you'll appreciate that, and that we don't. I'm a father. Can you believe that? I'm a meta dad of a Minitron. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. He is such a lovely. Thank you for being here, Phil Bosk 2183. Appreciate. And he's such an adorable. He's the most handsome boy I've ever seen. You may think that's a subjective view, and you may be wrong. It's an objective view. He is objectively the cutest boy I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, yes, so my son Alexander August is born, and thank you so much for being here. So let me have a look. We got some super chats and stuff, so I do want to say thank you so much for your generosity. Tanner, congratulations, Metatron, you're going to be a great father. I'll try my best. I will try my best. I really appreciate that, of course. And hello, everyone, also on Rumble and Twitch. I want to say thank you for Viking Gremlin for subscribing with Prime on Twitch, and also Lab Tia subscribing with Prime. We're gonna do a lot of gaming on my Twitch. I can tell you that much. So fantastic. And hello, Cloud Jungle Media. Appreciate you being here today with us. Thank you so much. How you guys doing? How have you guys been? Thank you so much, Steve. Congrats, you'll be a great father. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Very generous. It's gonna go into diapers. I hope you don't mind. Huggies. Are they called Huggies? It's Alexander. We gave him the name in English, but for short, we don't shorten it Alex. We shorten it Ale. So the Italian way for the short one. So, Dinner Mansa, thank you for gifting a tier subscription on Twitch. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your generosity. And Yeshua is King 911. I wonder why 911 with that. You say, love you, brother in Christ, and Doppeltron. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. The Elder Scrolls 4 stream. No, that's just for the music. That was just for the music, but we do have a lot to cover today. One of the things we're going to talk about today is, of course, the Odyssey. I don't even know why I'm wearing the headphones just yet, but we're gonna have a look at the Odyssey and the new situation that is going on. So we'll do that. How is your wife's recovery? She's okay. She had a very long labor, poor thing. I mean, the birthing went fine. That was okay. I was, of course, in there with her the entire time, holding her hand as a good husband should do. So I was in there, but she was great. She was a champion. She did really well, but she did have almost 30 hours of labor. It was insane. So that one was tough. That one was tough. Yeah. But now she's recovering, and she's gonna be a fantastic mom. And thank you. I appreciate that. Blue coos, blue coos, blue coos, blue coos. Many blessings to you and your family. Thank you so much, G Colon 90. Oh, your birthday's 9/11. I see. I understand that. Cool, cool, cool. Is it a boy or a girl? It's a boy. It's a boy. What do you say? Sex observed at birth was male. And so, yeah. So we got a son. Long labor. She gave birth to a centurion. Well, he was like 7.8 pounds baby, and he's particularly long, apparently. So I imagine maybe he's going to be tall. We'll see. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? He'd be tall. Maybe he could get from my dad, because I'm kind of average, but my dad is really tall, and my wife's tall as a woman. Her dad is super tall, so maybe. We'll see. Bambino, sì, Bambino Alessandro, that's right. Where did you get the name Alexander from? The Great? Alexander the Great. He's actually Alexander August. It's double name. My wife prefers the name August, so she'll probably call him Augie throughout the entirety of his life. But I'm gonna stand strong with Alexander, and it's gonna be fine. It's fine. It's both. It's both. It is both. Member for 13 months. Thank you so much, random person 6433. My baby got taller than me this year. Enjoy him being tiny. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's kind of funny because we're gonna give him a million nicknames, and the nickname right now started with small, and then it turned into Jmol. Jmol. I don't know why, but that's one of his names now. So, like, is it time to give the milk to Jmol? It's Jmol is his name. Yeah, exactly. Alexander the Great and Emperor Augustus. That's exactly the name. We named him after both. I'm gonna have like 2 posters in his room. One with Alexander the Great, the famous representation that we all know, mosaic, and then the other one will be the statue of Emperor Octavianus Augustus, Octavian. It's basically the Ottaviano di Prima Porta, the one that's at the Vatican. He's gonna have those two. He's gonna have those two. After that, if he has an emo face, if he has a metal face, if he has a whatever the heck he wants to plaster with anime posters, I don't even care. Those two stay. Those two stay. Yeah. So it's gonna be great. I hope. But we're not sleeping also. We're sleep deprived. I will never sleep ever again until he's married. I understand that. And there's that. There's that. No problem, Jared. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Yeah, Augie's cute. Augie's a cute name, yeah. Daniel Edwards. So good to have you here. Welcome back to YouTube. Yeah, I know. I've been keeping up on Twitch, but yay. 1 year membership. That's amazing. You just hit 1 year, my friend. Man, that's some, yeah. And also, you're one of the major donors on Twitch, so I do appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support. Awesome beard, by the way. Awesome beard. Hey, Flyboy on Rumble. Missed you. I know. Well, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. Hopefully this week I'm gonna be able to go live, because I do go live every day, in theory, Monday to Thursday on Twitch and Rumble. And then Fridays, I want to add YouTube. And you might be, but today's not Friday. I get it. We might need to be a little flexible with things, with the schedule, due to the lack of sleep. So there is that. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Arturnicus on Twitch. Appreciate that. Can't wait to see the little dude with hair as long as yours. It's funny because I think he's got dark hair like me. I believe he's got dark hair. But right now his eyes are blue. Now, maybe they're blue because he's a baby, but then they will change. But could you imagine if he has like blue? Because my wife's family, they all have green and blue eyes. Every single one of them. So it's not impossible. Clearly, brown eyes like mine are a dominant trait. So there is a higher chance for that. But you never know, because the entire of the family on that side is all of German and Irish origin. That's my wife's ancestry. Barbarians, just to. And so it's possible. And I think it would be a great combination to have blue eyes with black hair. I think it'd be great. No, we're not playing Oblivion. People keep thinking I'm playing Oblivion. I'll put a different background. It was just for the music, because sometimes I like having a little bit of a background music with the Oblivion theme. But no, during the stream, we're going to hang with the chat a little bit, talk with you, see if you've got any suggestions on how to, address the beginning of parenthood, I suppose. And thank you, Din and Mansa, for gifting a tier sub on Twitch. I appreciate that. How old is Metatron? I'll be goodness gracious, I'll be 44 in June. I'll be 44 next month. Also, I'll be an American citizen very soon because my interview and civics test, is scheduled. I've just received a letter from the Department of Homeland Security, and I'll take the test very soon. I've already been studying for it, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. But I mean, the history part, the American history part, I already knew all the answers anyways, except for one. And then the civics part, I'm studying for it. But as soon as that one is done and passed, then in a few months, I will be an American citizen. I don't know how many months until the ceremony. I think it depends on the state and how busy they are. But it's happening very, very soon. So a lot of things are happening. Becoming a dad and become of an American citizen, because of course my son was born here in America and he's an Italian American, and then I'm going to become a citizen as well at the same time. It's great year. Welcome, Patriot. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate. Thank you, Tree Vermin 007. That's his name. I don't know what to tell you. Sounds like, hey, thank you, Patriot. Thank you, Vermin. Yeah. So that's that. That's that. How old are you now? Almost 44. Are you tired? Yes. Yes, I'm extremely sleepy and been drinking coffee. So there's that. Oh, you're a girl. Tree Vermin, the girl. Yeah, so there's that. So there's that. And I liked the stream, did you? I appreciate it. Thank you for liking the stream. So as I was saying, we've got a lot of things to talk about. So first, I want to talk to you, see what you guys think about maybe suggestions on the fatherhood thing, and then we can talk about a few things. But I do have a couple of videos I wanted to react today. We haven't done that in a while. And also, I wanted to kind of talk about Odyssey, so we're going to check that out. And by the way, for those of you who are like, oh yeah, but I missed the history videos on the channel, here's the thing. I have posted a bunch of history videos in a row. I made very recently, I made a video on gladiators and gladiatorial combat and gladiator women, gladiatrix. Then I made a video about, what was it? I don't even remember. Anyways, I made a few videos in a row, and the algorithm completely killed all of those. So you're not getting the notifications, unfortunately. And I was punished. I lost a lot of subscribers because of the history videos, whereas when I post non-history related, I grow. Isn't that the weirdest thing ever? Anyways, for those of you that, like, I can't post history videos often because I get literally punished for doing it. However, for those of you who are like, man, I wish you just did history, I do have a history only channel. So I do want to mention it early so that for those of you who are like, and I am posting that, and I started posting original content that has never been posted before, because before that I did some re-edits of all the content, improved, better, added stuff. So it's re-edits. They're not re-uploads. They're re-edits of all the successful content just to build a little archive. But that's over with. I'm not going to re-upload anything else on that channel, and it's only going to be content that it's only historical and it's never been seen before, and it's called Metatron History. So I'm just going to show it very early on the stream so that you guys can see it, even if people are replaying the VOD. And it's over here. You see Metatron History. We just hit 25,000 subscribers. This was the latest. That's an awesome, by the way, look at this thumbnail and tell me it doesn't look like a heavy metal album cover for a vinyl. Tell me that. Come on. Come on, man. Anyways, we got, like, I recently, like 7 days ago, I posted this discussion about Filippo Scolari's swords. And on this channel, it's only history. Now, I don't post every day because, well, these videos need a little research, right? But I do post, and it's active. And the more subscribers I get, the more often I'll be able to post and justify time to produce. So that's just for you to know. And in fact, I'm going to put a link now to make it easier. So that those of you are like, I really missed it. I wish you only did. You didn't do the drama. You didn't do the culture war. You didn't talk about the virus like today. You didn't talk about news. You didn't talk about all the other things. And I get it. That's always an option. That's always an option. So that, like, if one day you wake up and you're like, today, I just don't want to hear it. I just want history. A nice video about medieval helmets. It's going to be posted here. I'm actually considering starting to reuse the old music that I used for my older intro. The reason why I do this, by the way, before we continue, to have focused channels is because the Metatron channel has always been a variety channel, which is one of the reasons why, even though I did hit 1 million subscribers, I don't get the views that normally channels with them, well, not now, because now everybody with like 3 million subscribers, 5,000 views, like now it's a mess. But in general, I've never been a channel that got consistently like 500,000 views per video. I've had videos with like 1 million views and then videos with 20,000 views. It's always been ups and downs. And the reason is because on the Metatron channel, I made videos on history, weapons and armor, HEMA, languages, Latin, video games evaluations. You remember those? With like Dark Souls armor and that kind of stuff. Gaming videos. I've done drama. I've done a little culture war. I've done literally everything. So I've accumulated an audience that is selective. So I will post a video in Latin. Well, people that are here for history don't care. So they don't click it, and I get a fraction of the views. And then I will post a video on medieval armor. Those that clicked for drama don't care. Then I'll make a video about drama, and those that want medieval or ancient Rome won't click it. So this is why a variety channel, it's nice, it grows, but then the views are a little lower per upload, so which is why I post a lot to compensate for that. Which works, by the way, works very well. People say dead channel, but if they saw how much I made, they probably, I'm not going to say it because it's private, but yeah, I mean, it works. It works. But I do make specialized channels precisely so that I can try and cultivate channels that only have one specific topic. Metatron history is one of these. Then we have, and then I'm going to stop, but I just wanted you to know this. We have Metatron's Academy, because some of you don't. Some of you don't know this. We have Metatron's Academy, which is only languages, 150,000 subscribers strong, and that's a channel. It's only language content. Only language content. For those of you who like joined, I joined 5 years ago because of your videos on Latin. Boom, that's where you find them. And then I completely stopped doing language content on Metatron because, again, it was compromising performance, particularly with the current algorithm. And then I'm done. And then we have Metatron's Protectorate for Gaming and Tech. This is kind of recent. We're getting close to 20,000. I do Commodore Amiga. That's why there is a pet right next to me, by the way, if you were wondering. Commodore Amiga, 500, gaming, old school stuff. And it's only video games and tech. So that's this channel. And this way, since I do have multiple passions, I love this stuff. Okay, I love all of these things. I try to make them more functional on dedicated channels. So now you know. For those who didn't know, now you know. Thank you, Supreme Herald. On Rumble. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, you see, Justin Farmer is saying, I appreciate that because I do want to show it. Justin Farmer is saying, I knew about the history channel, but I had no idea about the languages. I know. Yeah, but that's probably my fault because I feel bad about doing the... Okay, I'm just going to reveal something. I feel bad about doing the plugs. And since I already plug Patreon, right, often on my videos, then I feel bad to be like, oh, and by the way, go subscribe on Twitch, go follow me on X, follow me on this other channel, follow me on this other, go with this other platform. Like, I feel bad. I probably should because that's what creators do. Like, you have to do it. Otherwise, this happens. Yeah, look, just a Texan7 says the language channel is my favorite. Imagine if he didn't know, right? Someone who really appreciates, and then it's a shame. Maybe you'll love the technology stuff and the retro, but you didn't know. Well, now you do. So I just have to get over it and just have to do more. Maybe I have to be like shorter with my plugs to the channels and be like a little, get to the point, get to the freaking point, do it faster within 10 seconds. But I have to start mentioning the channels on the videos because I've been running these secondary channels for a while. And so here we are. Here we are. Metatron, where can I send you this metal album cover I made for you? I really appreciate that. We still haven't established the P.O. box. Of course, we don't give out the address, I think, obviously. We will work on a P.O. box, though, and as soon as we do, I'll announce it on a few videos, okay? So I'll do that. Thank you, SETI207. You say, damn, dude, congratulations. I appreciate that. And we've got the cutest little boy ever. And what we have here is Diaper Fund. Diaper Fund, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Daniel, for the $10 for Diaper Fund. I love it. Man, you guys crack me up. Diaper Fund. Beautiful. Beautiful to see. I'm sure Alexander the Great appreciates. My son appreciates 100%. Thank you, Petit Trianon. You say, God bless you, sir. Same to you. Thank you for being here, by the way. I really appreciate you guys, your patience. As I say, I haven't been able to go live because we're trying to settle in the new life. In fact, I was supposed to do this live stream on Saturday. Then we pushed it to Sunday. Then it was Mother's Day. What do? It's my wife's first Mother's Day, and poor thing, she had to spend half a day in the clinic because she had an infection. Nothing serious, but poor thing. She really wanted to just be in bed, play games, because my wife is a gamer, by the way. So she's like, let's just play games. We've been playing the new Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. It's pretty good. It's pretty decent. So we've been enjoying that. That's all she wanted to do. But unfortunately, we had to go. So already, I couldn't tell her, oh, and by the way, I need to go live. So we postponed to Monday. Then Monday, we had appointment with the pediatrician. What am I going to do? I need to take the baby to the freaking pediatrician. So we take the baby to the pediatrician, and then by the time we're back, it's kind of late. Here we are. Today I did it, though. We are here, guys. We are here. I want to see if after all the topics we have to cover and the reactions and the videos and the tabs that I opened, I want to see if we have a little time to play as well, hopefully. If not, we'll do that tomorrow. Happy Mum's Day for Lady Metatron. I'll let her know. Yeah, she's adorable. My wife is adorable, I agree. I agree 100%. Oh, that's funny, actually, Wayward. You say, congratulations on being a dad. I always thought you were gay, but you're all right. You know, why don't you think I was transgender at this point? The long hair might be transitioning. Bro, I'm a metalhead from the 1980s. Anyways, the Minitron. Yeah, we got the Minitron. We have the Minitron. Favorite game ever, Heroes 3. I'm telling you, Heroes 3 is definitely my favorite Heroes of Might and Magic. I still play it. And just so you know, when I say that I still play Heroes of Might and Magic, and here you are, use the one on Good Old Games. No, use the HD version on Steam. Brother, what are you on about? I mean, you know, this is what I play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 on. I mean, come on. Who do you think? I'm the... You know, I like history. It doesn't only mean medieval history or ancient Rome. I like history, no matter what it is. So this is where I play Heroes. This is where I play my Heroes game. CRT, cathode ray tube. Marvelous, how it's intended to be. And I've also installed Diablo 1 and Age of Empires 2 on this machine and a few other games. So it's looking good. But yeah, no, Heroes 3 is my favorite. Is it my favorite game ever? No. Because the problem with choosing a favorite game, it depends on my mood. I don't know if you can sympathize with that, but like lately I've been so much into indie horror games, it's insane. It's literally all I play, apart from the old strategy games that I always play. Like yesterday night, as I was editing, so I've got the main monitor here. I'm going to show you, why not? Let's share it. So I've got the main monitor here. This is the main monitor. We said this is the old computer. And then over here, I've got chat. Over here, I've got chat with a vertical monitor, right? I'll try not to disconnect and be a muppet. There we go. So, didn't disconnect? No, good. Great. Could have been a catastrophic live stream event. Anyways, so on the main monitor, I've got my editing software, and I'm listening and playing, right? And at the same time, on the right, I've got Heroes. So I do my turns, and then I stop. Since it's a turn-based game, it's fine. I can relax. And then if I need to do a jump cut or something, I do it. And that's how it is. That's how it is, basically, the situation right now. Thank you so much, Makarev, for the support. As I was explaining, this is going for diapers right now. Great new thumbnails, new tool, new editor, both. No, I've been doing all the thumbnails, actually. And what I do is I take a picture of me. I download a few pictures. I download a background that I like. I put them together, and then I run it inside ChatGPT and ask it, sorry, my phone just fell, and ask ChatGPT to add cinematic lighting. It's really that simple. That's all I do. So I ask ChatGPT add blue and red cinematic lighting. It's pretty easy to do, actually, that way. I had to kind of practice the prompt, though, because a few times it changed my skin or face, and then I noticed that if I tell do not touch the image, just add cinematic light, usually that does it. And I instruct it on what colors I like depending on the palettes that I want to follow, and I think they look nice. I like them. I don't mean, but whatever, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, Thank you so much, Rockman9377. And also thank you, Taco Link 3350 for the congratulations and the super chat. I very much appreciate that. Let me tell you though, goodness gracious, I mean, we have got, of course, health insurance and life insurance, both my wife and I, and we are now adding our son into life insurance. But goodness gracious, it's expensive. Not only it's expensive, but I don't know if you know how it works, but there is like an out-of-pocket limit that we have to pay before insurance kicks in within the year. And that's, yeah, we would definitely hit that one because it was a lot of money. I mean, this stuff is expensive. Goodness gracious, it's expensive, but yeah. So there's that. Thank you for the... So let me make this a little shorter so I can fit it easily. You missed a chance at content. Count Dracula dropped a 45-minute video on Prester John like 4 days after I brought the subject up. Interesting topic. Well, yeah, I think I missed a lot of content, but it's been busy, you know, becoming a parent, looking after the wife and helping out. I do miss it. I had to work on like easier videos to produce because I have limited time right now. You know, but hopefully things will get better. I hope things will get better and we'll be able to organize things. And there's that. Oh yeah, there is a Lapco says, congrats man, knew something was up when you vanished on us. 10 fingers, 10 toes. Yeah, he's perfect. No need for any DLC or patch. Don't worry, his hair will grow out. Happy for you. Yeah. No, the son is healthy and everything, so... That's nice. Let me see. I appreciate you being on Twitch. Nerd Uno. Heroes of Might and Magic 3's ancient history. In internet time, yes. It's like the Neolithic. The Neolithic. You had 2 C-sections. Your wife, goodness gracious. Yeah, no, we didn't have any C-section. Let me see. The meta dad. Totally. Congrats on becoming a father. Thank you, Timothy. Appreciate that. Subbed to your history channel. Thank you so much. I want to see how long it takes to hit 30,000. That would be a nice number to hit. I mean, to be fair, subscribe count is a decoration. It's always been an inflated vanity number anyways, to be like, oh, look at me, I've got the number of subscribers. And that's why I usually don't say it. Like when people ask me, I mean, people do ask it, but sometimes people are like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a content creator on YouTube. I don't say, oh, I have 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Also because YouTube has been unsubscribing people, so it's funny because I have actually, I need to tell you this. I have crossed the 1 million subscribers mark 10 times in the last few days. So I go above 1 million, then I post a video and people get unsubscribed and we go under like 999,998. Then it goes down to 950. Then it goes up again, 1 million. Then it goes down again. I mean, it will go down today. I know it will go down right now because I'm live streaming and usually that takes out a few subscribers too. So 10 times. I should have 10 gold play button. So here's what I'm going to say. I need to make a video about this because we need to troll the system at this point. Unfortunately, when you ask for a gold play button, they need to review it. And so imagine that I'm at 1,000,003 and I ask for another play button to troll them, to troll the system, which would be hilarious. And then they come and check. And at that time, because it might take them a couple of days, then we are under the million. They won't send me the play button, right? So we need to get to a buffer zone. But I swear right now, let's troll them. If we hit like 1,002,000, I'm so going to do it. I'm going to order a play button. Another one. And then if we go under it, and then we do it again, I'm going to create the wall of gold. And I will reorder a play button with Metatron. Congratulations for reaching 1 million 50 times. I'll just keep doing it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to troll them at this point. Anyways, I was saying, number of subscribers doesn't really matter, particularly in this day and age. You could have like 50 subscribers and get more views than me, and then someone can have 10 million subscribers and get less views than me. It's just nonsense. At the moment, it's a jungle. So to me, it's more like, oh, people are subscribing, so I've got a new flow. Maybe they'll click. but that all depends on the, I guess, notifications and whatnot. So it's just one of those situations with YouTube. But yeah, what can you do? Am I right? What can you do? Play by the rules. Alex, thank you so much. Alexer71. Ciao Raf, congratulazioni per la tua nuova avventura come papà. Un abbraccio. Thank you so much. Translating for those who don't know Italian. Hello Raf, congratulations for your new adventure as a dad. A hug. That's what he's saying. Thank you so much for the support. Ink Panification, good to see you, brother. Have you seen this video? Why don't you know Italian? Oh, yeah. Yes, it's from Plastic Heart, isn't it? It's written as one of the reactions I will do for my second channel, actually. So we'll react to it. Also, I find people from Sicily and Naples to have the coolest accents. I appreciate that. Thank you. Both very distinct accents, by the way. Johnny Ork, congratulations to you and your wife for the birth of your child, Dadatron. Yeah, let's go. Metadad, Dadatron, whichever. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, Record the Fox. Tanner Laswell 4959 just became a guardian, so he just became a member of the channel. Thank you. Memberships went down crazy on the channel because not going live, then some of course don't renew, some are gifted. So of course if you have been gifted a membership it's nice, but then not everyone renews, and so we've actually gone down a lot. So I appreciate anyone becoming a member today. For Alexander the Great, thank you so much, by the way. And we'll give you, is the baby a seraphim? Yeah, is he a seraphim? No, he's a, well, yes, as long as he's not an orphanim. I guess seraphim is fine. They're very burning though, so there's a problem. We need to keep the cooler, you know, air conditioning up all night if we get a seraphim. And then if we get cherubim, maybe it's a cherubim, a cherub. So yeah. So thank you. Oh, that's a funny one, actually. But thank you anyways for the support. Rap says, I'm left-wing, so none of this is for you. All for your baby. Treat him well, sir. But thank you. I'll make sure to follow your decision. And I'm sure my communist cousin will appreciate you anyways. So we play Conan Exile together in Civilization, which is actually funny because in Civilization he always chooses communism as a form of governance. It's actually fun in the game. Instead, I'm like a Roman Empire until the end of the era. I'm like, the Empire is back. The Empire is back. And usually he wins, though, because he has like freaking 10,000 hours on Civilization. My cousin is unbeatable. I don't even think I've ever... Maybe I won once against him. Anyways, your money will be delivered to my son. I still appreciate that. Anyone who is nice to my son, I appreciate regardless. Alexander the Schmoll, yeah, because we call him Schmoll. I know I'm gonna upset my wife with that name. But probably not now. She likes it. She's a good sport. She's a good sport. But it just sounds so funny to be like, how is Schmoll? Is Schmoll sleeping? Congratulations on the kiddo. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. If you put on the helmet, then I will subscribe again after unsubscribing. We might put on a helmet, yeah. We could put a helmet on my child. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. He's too small. Eventually. I am going to dress him up as a legionary, though. You know that, right? It's going to happen. Doesn't matter. Like, no, anyone can try to oppose that as much as they want. He's going to be dressed up as a Roman. 100%. Thank you, Armand. You say congratulazioni, un carissimo saluto da Roma. Hey, we got someone from Rome saying congratulations and sending their best wishes. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. First time catching a stream. Congratulations on your child. Thank you, Based Zoomer QT. Appreciate your name. We like based people here. Where did you get the pet and does it work? I actually bought this one from a collector and I mean, I can turn it on, but it still has a problem with... I think it does have a problem. Like the CRT works and everything, the phosphorus CRT. It's one of the, it's a 32 version, so it's the second iteration PET, the ones that already had a green screen rather than black and white. The reason why, and yeah, I bought it from a guy because he said like he wanted to get rid of it. He asked me for a very low amount, and he's like, you might have to do some repairs. And I'm like, I'll get it because I do collect anything Commodore. I'm a Commodore fan. So, yeah, and I have it here because I made a video about it. on this channel. It's this one here, Commodore PET versus Amiga 500 on my Metatron's Protectorate channel. And so that's why it's still here. And it's heavy. This thing is heavy, so I haven't put it back just yet. So that's that. Thank you so much, Ray Gonzalez, for gifting 5 Metatron memberships. I really appreciate your generosity for supporting the show. And, I really hope that membership go back up as we start streaming regularly again. And, of course, subscription on Twitch and whatnot, because, there we go. We've just got, oh, goodness gracious, wait a second. Thank you again, Viking Gremlin, for gifting another subscription. Is it called subscription on Twitch? Yes, it's called a subscription on Twitch. Still getting used to the lingo. Do you mind if I turn on the air conditioning a little bit? Because it's getting hot in here. And if a Sicilian says it's hot, it's hot. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll read Ray Gonzalez's message. Be right back. Man, we got like almost 80 Fahrenheit in here. It's kind of got a little. I'm gonna put it down to like 72, maybe, something like that, and then we'll see if we want to put it down further. Ray Gonzalez says, "Finally, I can interact. Very inconsiderate of you to start a stream when I'm at work. I'm very apologetic for that. I apologize profusely, but it's good to have you here, man. And again, the regular streams on Twitch and Rumble will resume. I'm so looking forward. I've got a few games to play with you guys, so I'm actually really looking forward to that. Metatron became a father before we got the new GTA. Seriously, we're gonna get a lunar colony before that happens. That's what I think. Thank you, Lapco92. Novelty does capital diapers aren't cheap. Hope this helps out. 48 minutes of sleep at night will teach you not to be lazy. 100%, my friend. Thank you for your support. Yeah. We got like several packages of diapers, but you know what happens? That's one thing, though. I'm sure that parents will be like, yeah, and you should do this and that, and give me all the advice. Very welcome. One thing is that, so I'm changing the diaper, right? He's already done his business, so I'm changing the diaper, and he waits for me. I remove the diaper, I'm putting the new diaper on, and then he pees again. I'm like, come on, man. Couldn't you do it like 3 seconds ago so that I would have wasted only 1 diaper instead of 2? Couldn't you do that for me? Apparently not. That's fine. It is what it is. Pee all over. Seriously, man. Seriously. And the outfit. We got some beautiful onesies. Although I'm telling you, all the onesies so far, you can tell that they were purchased by my wife, because we got little dinosaur, little shark, cute little thing. But I have been looking, and I found some onesies for like old school Metallica, Iron Maiden. I'm getting those. I'm having a metal child. So, and it's easy to convince her, because half of our onesies and shirts are getting peed on anyways, so they need to be constantly washed. So the more we have, the better. Am I right? Fresh air makes the pee. Oh, really? Yeah, that could be it. It could be the air conditioning then. Yeah. Congratulations on 1 million, sir. Thank you for the 10th time. Watch it go below 1 million tonight. Watch it go, because that's what's been happening, as I was saying. Keep going. Oh, you got 1 million? No, 999. Whatever. Thank you, Tanner Lass, for subscribing with Prime on Twitch. I'll make it worth for you. We'll be playing a lot of games, including, by the way, Heroes Olden Era. I want to play it on stream. Maybe like test. I wanted to test the Forest faction, which is kind of what Rampart used to be, because I'm a Rampart main, Castle second. And but yeah, it looks fine. It's just that it's very much of a reinterpretation. If you look, like Inferno looks like Zerg now, which fine, I guess. I mean, it doesn't have to be the same, but usually I prefer, like, if you give me demons, I'm gonna be honest with you, rather than scorpions and bugs. But whatever, I'll take it. It's a change for a change. And then when it comes to the forest, it's like, rather than elves, now they look like fae. So they look like forest creatures with, sure, pointy ears, but they got like this greenish, bluish skin, and they are full of, kind of look a little weird. I'm not like, I don't know what to tell you. I would rather you gave me traditional elves, the dwarves, that kind of stuff. But I get it. I mean, if you want that, just play one of the old ones. So I'm okay. I'm trying to be open-minded, okay? I'm trying to be open-minded with the new heroes. Gotta stay alert with the baby boy, or you need a bath. Yeah, yeah, that happened a few times. That happens a few times. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Yeah. There's a lot of Christians that listen to heavy metal, my friend. These aren't the 50s. What I mean, I'll be honest with you. I do draw. I listen to epic metal, love it. I listen to heavy metal. I usually don't listen to black metal. Okay, that's the only one that I kind of like. Yeah, depends on the lyrics. But in general, all other types of metal, I'm very much into it. Always have been. Which game will you first teach your son? Are you talking video games? Probably. I'm gonna have him play some of the old school games, like on the Amiga, NES. Yeah, for sure. Like I'll have him enjoy the old technology as well as whatever the heck he will have in 10 years from now, for instance. Who the heck knows? Or is it going to be like PlayStation 7? Will you be homeschooling to prevent weird indoctrination? Ideally, yes, but we are leaning towards homeschooling also because I am a teacher. So, I mean, I can do that. But we'll see how it works because I also want him to socialize with other children. So we'll probably be very active with church, and because we raise him Christian, and we'll try to do a little bit. And of course, we'll see how the situation is. I mean, it's the indoctrination in school and the shootings. I'm going to be honest. These are the two things that worry me. If they calm down and the situation gets better, then maybe we will send him to school. If not, we'll homeschool. Or perhaps we'll partially homeschool. We'll see. We'll see. I am building, however, a website. It's a work in progress. I need to finish my book first, which is in... I mean, I had to pause for a little bit, but I'll resume very soon once the sleep schedule is organized a little better. Again, not resolved because I understand I will not get a full night of sleep until he's married, but I'm saying when it's better, we'll immediately resume it. But once the book is done and published, then the next project that we've been working on is a school on school.com. You know my famous team of academics, the ones that my haters say they don't exist? That somehow I sent over $20,000, $22,000 this year alone. I get to write them off taxes, of course, but I'm saying apparently I love burning money to imaginary friends. Whatever. So they will be part of the teaching team, including possibly other experts, and we will build a school online with a subscription where we'll try to keep it low so that people can join easily. And this will be used not only for personal study, but also to help with homeschooling, all the way up to university, including language proficiency, since I am a certified examiner. And but in general, school, anthropology, history, we've got it all. We've got it all. The team is fantastic. And by the way, for those who say, why haven't you have never shared them on screen? Well, you'll see them there, but I actually have. This is what's funny about Professor Dave, all these people, Freda, these other guys, duke it out. They make statements about the team of academics, but they don't put in the research because they have come on screen on this channel. Full name, like they are public. It's real. These are people with postdoctorate degrees, PhDs, professionals. It is what it is. Anyways, we're building this school, which will be an aid for people who want to homeschool, but also for people who want degrees and stuff. And the one thing that we will ensure is zero politics. Yeah, Latin as well. We'll do Latin, and we'll do ancient Greek. We'll do all sorts. Modern languages, history, anthropology, a few things like that. How to study and retain information. But yeah, zero politics. Because at the end of the day, what's funny is that my team is actually very, excuse me the word, but my team is actually very diverse in the sense that we have all sorts of different political ideas. We have different religious ideas. We have different backgrounds. But we all agree no politics. And so there is kind of a, to use a term that has to do with America, we do have a system of checks and balances so that we review it, the whatever course, and we make sure, okay, there is no left-wing politics, there is no right-wing politics, there is no nothing politics, there is no indoctrination, there is just the facts. So it's going to happen. It is going to happen. And I haven't announced it yet because I got to finish the book first. There will be 2 courses that will use the book that I'm writing, the language ones, as well as a textbook. And I'm very excited for the project. I'll just have to see how to do it while not sleeping, but I'll do it. I'll manage. Anyways, let me say thank you to the people who are still donating. You're being very generous today. I really appreciate that. So we've got, I read that one. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Sega Mega Drive, totally. 100%. I love Chrono Trigger. Yeah. Let's see. We thought Striper was kind of cringe in the 80s, but they have aged well. It took a long time to get Christian music that wasn't overly preachy. You're absolutely right. There is some really good Christian music, and there is also some very cringe Christian music, I'm going to say. Thank you, Christian, for the support. Absolutely good talk, HQ. Thank you for being here. Do you know what happened to your views? I saw on Social Blade that you lost about 28 million recently. Yeah, I've been doing... I'll tell you exactly what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened, because I had a peek out of curiosity on Reddit to see if people are saying, oh, what happened? And they are coming up with all sorts of conspiracy theories. I did that. So I'll tell you exactly what happened in a second. Thank you, Bad Hombre. Sir, the very best to your new boy, your wife, and to you for continued health and all the blessings around. I learn from you every time I watch, and that is a blessing to me. Visit Montana. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so what the heck happened, and why is Social Blade saying that I lost 28 million views and 300 videos? Because what I've been doing, and this is something... All right, so you know that channel has been struggling a bit with views. And so, as many other creators out there, Linus Tech, all sorts of creators are struggling with views. So, I've been talking on X with private messages with Asmongold, with Tectone, with Andrew Wilson, with Sydney Watson, and a few other creators, Legal Mindset. We've been messaging, and I've been saying, guys, what do you guys think? How do you guys? Well, have you? Obviously, Asmongold makes like 50 million views per video. But still, it's someone who understands, right? So I've been asking them, hey guys, what do you do? What do you do to kind of counter this algorithm thing? What do you guys think? They've all been giving me we've been discussing behind the scenes. We have a lot of very much appreciated advice. They didn't have to. One thing, for instance, that some creators have been doing, including Tectone, is that if there are old videos that are irrelevant to the kind of content you post now, it's good to unlist them, not delete them, not private them, unlist them. And when you unlist a video, it appears as lost views. So Tectone unlisted 1,700 videos. It's insane. And it really helped because the current algorithm punishes you if you are all over the place. But at the same time, it tries to push your old videos. So if it pushes a video of mine about Latin, and it pushes it onto my current audience, and they are not clicking it, it penalizes the channel. And it kind of decreases your trust score. So I unlisted every single gaming video. I unlisted every single language video because, as you know, now I have a dedicated gaming channel and a dedicated language channel. So these only damage me. Videos from like 10 years ago, I don't need them. So I unlisted every video that was like so old that it's not relevant anymore. And so out of about 1,200 video, that was roughly 300 videos that I unlisted. And so that's what happened. So on Social Blade explodes and says he got 0 views, he lost everything, because it's calculating based on that, and it's skewing so I guess for the next couple of weeks probably the data is going to be skewed on Social Blade up until you see it again, and then it will probably self-correct and give you the right numbers if you're curious. Or you can ask me directly. I don't keep anything private, by the way, when it comes to numbers. The only thing I keep private usually is the revenue, which is hilarious because there are people that try to guess it and they're always completely wrong. But whatever. But that answers your question. So that's what happened. It's one of the things that we discussed with very successful creators. They suggested to do it. And to be honest, ever since I did that, and a few other things that I've done when it comes to thumbnails, video, choice of topics, the views are getting better. They are getting better, which is one of the reasons why I'm considering resuming posting twice a day, because I think that that could also help with the algorithm to see an increase in views. So that might happen soon as well. But yeah, so that's that. That's the secret, guys. That's what happened. Okay, so yeah, Asmongold has been great. I really appreciated him. He gave me some very good advice. It wasn't a different topic, but still having to do with this, with YouTube success. And I think is one of the reasons why I think the views are getting better now is because of what Asmongold told me. So he's been very helpful. I really appreciate that. So thank you. And that's what it is. So there's that. Football or soccer? I've always used football as a word, but I guess in America it's soccer, isn't it? Yeah. Auguri per essere diventato papà. In bocca al lupo. Thank you, Isaac. So he's saying congratulations for having become a dad. In bocca al lupo is actually an interesting expression. Let me tell you this. It means in the mouth of the wolf. And it's how Italians say good luck. And the answer to this, by the way, is crepi il lupo. May the wolf die. That's the best way. In fact, if you ever have an Italian friend, and particularly if they're going to take a test at university, never tell them buona fortuna, which literally means good luck. You can say buona fortuna in a lot of other scenarios, never for exams. I don't know why it's a thing, but whenever someone is telling you, hey, I have an exam tomorrow at university, at the University of La Sapienza in Roma, whatever, then you tell them in bocca al lupo. And they tell you crepi. Yeah. Don't know why. No idea. I'm Italian. I don't know why. What can I do? Yeah. Uploaded the videos on Rumble. I have been uploading on Rumble, but then again, I think Rumble does better with streaming because I do upload regular videos. I stopped for the last few weeks due to the fact of the pregnancy and the delivery of the baby. I am planning on resuming to upload daily on Rumble, but the regular videos don't really get views. The VODs from the streams do. So maybe Rumble is optimized for VODs. And there is also the fact that I never mentioned that I'm on Rumble, so I'm going to have to start plugging that one in as well. So yeah. I'm homeschooling my kid. I will sign up. Thank you, Jargon. I'll make sure, like, once the school is ready, I will spam it. It will be everywhere. You'll know. Like, even if you skip a few uploads because you weren't interested in the topics, which I respect, by the way, it's fine. I don't expect views. Not even from subscribers, let alone people outside. Like, if I decide to make a video and you're like, oh, I don't care about that, fine, don't watch it. I don't have a problem with that. I do appreciate any view that you give as something that I'm thankful for. And anyways, even if you skip a few uploads, eventually you'll know. You'll know. Once the school.com Metatron school will be ready. I mean, I still don't know the name. We'll see. We'll have to do a little marketing research on that. And yeah. Thank you, Christian3698, for the super chat. I really appreciate the support. I barely understand what your hurdles are on the web as a Luddite. I deal best with chainsaws, I see, locomotive, explosive, hard copy books. I'm 64, so got Star Wars just right, not computers. That's awesome. That's awesome. I respect that. Thank you for being here, by the way. I really appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you. Yeah, I already said thank you to Tanner for subscribing with Prime, but he's going to get another thank you anyways. Who cares? Thank you, Tika222, for the congratulations. School of Noble Muppets. That'd be nice, but I think I'm going to get a copyright claim, right? It's copyrighted. I can't use Muppets, I suppose. Congratulations to you and Kenzie. We really appreciate that. I view your videos because I like having my preconceived notions on certain things broken. That's a very open-minded way to approach it. Quite rare, in fact, these days. Isn't it? Will you have a dual citizenship or are you going to full expat? Full expat. Yeah, no, I'm going to be just American citizen, I think. This is how it's going to be. They even told me that if needed, I said yes, I'm ready to serve in the military if needed. I said yes to that question. Absolutely. I could serve as as an interpreter, like a spy. I can with the languages, you know. I go, oh, this is the Chinese. They're saying this. I know. Yeah, I could do that. I guess the government wants me. I can do it. Not to get in trouble if you want to use Metatron. No, Metatron is fine because it's ancient. It will be like using any Bible name. It's fine. They don't own it. You can use it. Would you fight against Italy for the US? Yes. But this isn't World War II. So if anything, we're going to be allies. Not going to happen. But yeah, the United States is my home right now, and it's where my loyalties are. Also because my wife and son are from here. So absolutely. Absolutely. I know it's an hypothetical, but it's not going to happen. We are allies. We effed up once with Italy and deciding, against America. I don't think we're ever going to do that ever again. And besides, the people didn't even like it. Mussolini, Gentile, all the fascists in Italy were like, oh no, yeah, we need to side with the Nazi. But the people didn't like that. When the Americans arrived in Sicily, we welcomed them. Particularly Sicilians, we didn't even fight them. We're like, yeah, come in. We can't stand this anymore. Please. We didn't fight them. So it's like, it didn't change. It didn't change. You're a dad and you have a Commodore PET winning. Yes, and an Amiga 500 right next to it. Well, next to it on the other side, though. So there's that. Navy SEALs Metatron. I mean, I did serve in the Navy when I was 18. Yeah. Congratulations on the baby. Thank you, Starborn. Starborn Shadow. That's a cool name. Starborn Shadow. I'm actually studying for the US citizenship test, which is like you have the civics test, and then you have the interview about American history and in general government and how it works, the Constitution and whatnot. I've been reviewing today I reviewed all the questions. There are a few that I already knew. All the history ones I knew except for one, because it's very basic. It's like very basic history. And then even if it's American history, still very basic history. And then the government ones, some are really easy. Others I'm gonna have to review a couple of times, but I think it's gonna be fine. I thought it was gonna be a lot harder. I'm gonna be honest with you. So and then there is the language test, but I think I'm gonna pass that one. I mean, I think I can pass that one. The interview to make sure I can read, write, and understand spoken English. So yeah. Yeah, the history one is easy. It was very easy. It's like, yeah. What war did we fight in the 1900s? What war did we fight in the 1800s? I'm like, yeah. Can be fine. Who's the first president? George Washington. They need to have math test? Oh, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Maybe I could do like 2 plus 2. I can do that. Don't put divisions, though. Professor Davis Insufferable says rock. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. Thank you, Light Yagami 1776, for subscribing with Prime. You know what's funny about Professor Dave? Is that when it comes to like flat Earth and a lot of stuff like that, I would even agree with him. Right? And the problem is that though, he had to lie. He had to twist everything. Oh, Metatron is this, and that. All false. All fake. None of it was true. So then he's a Muppet. That's all. That's how it is. As a teacher and homeschooling, Montana is excellent resources for your family. Thank you. Check that one out. Bad hombre, including sports league. By the way, thank you so much for all the super chats. I appreciate that. For your boy and you and your wife, prices are high, but it's stunning. I appreciate that. Thank you. We'll check it out. Did they ask about the Dust Bowl? I don't know what that is. Lapco? No idea. I don't get the reference. The Pantheon does look interesting. I have to visit it. You're absolutely right. And sweet tea. And sweet tea. Well, welcome. Well arrived, Pablo, and thank you for the congratulations. Appreciate that. Yeah, Tizio, the Italian football team used to be incredible. We were like top dogs together with Brazil and Germany, maybe like we were the strongest. You remember the 90s? Yeah, I haven't got a clue what happened with that. Anyways, my son, we're gonna raise him bilingual. I made a dedicated video on my language channel, Metatron's Academy, and I'll speak to him in Italian constantly, and then my wife will speak to him in English, and occasionally we'll swap. But in general, he will hear Italian all the time, and we will take him to Italy, of course, both the north and the south, because family split, and yeah, I do want him to be able to speak the language natively. So we'll work within the 3 years of the critical area when it comes to brain development and whatnot, so that he can learn also the pronunciation as a native. For those who ask, because often people do ask me, particularly on the second channel, are you going to teach him Italian or Sicilian? Italian, 100%, and in the most standard form. I'm going to teach him like proper diction, so he'll speak like a voice actor. That's what I'm going to do for him. And when it comes to Sicilian, I'm only going to teach him like a few words. Like maybe I'll teach him 10, 15 words that Sicilians use even when we speak Italian. Of course, as a teenager, after he's already bilingual, if he's like, Dad, I got all these friends in Sicily, or the cousins, I want to learn Sicilian, then I'm teaching him all the Sicilian he wants. But priority to Italian. I mean, I can teach him Japanese if he wants, but whatever he wants, whatever. Although then again, I don't know. Maybe in 2050, we might just have chips into the brain at this point, and maybe we won't need to learn languages that way. But if we do, still, then I'll teach him whatever he likes. But the two default are going to be standard Italian and, well, of course, American English, because he's from here. Oh, I'll succeed. I'm trained enough. I'll succeed. Don't want to sound arrogant, but I mean a career in language teaching for a decade. I mean, I'll do it. I'll manage it. I'll manage it. We'll do it. We'll do it. In fact, I want to do it in a way that it doesn't feel like an obligation. It needs to feel like it's normal. It's a game. We're not going to be too strict about it, and we'll do the same with church, by the way. So as I say, we will raise him Christian, but we will be as far away as possible from the concept of church hurt. In other words, when he's a very young child, he'll come with us to church. But as he starts to get older, I'm going to be like, hey, do you want to go to church today or do you want to stay home? Like, it will be his choice. And sometimes if there are Sundays when he doesn't want to go, it's fine. He can stay with the grandparents, we'll go. It will always be he wants. The religion will never be forced onto him. We will teach him the principles, but it will always be his choice, his desire. And if he has a period when he's like, he doesn't want to hear it, he doesn't want to hear it. It's fine. We'll respect that. It has to be something that it's a decision, and we'll try to teach by example rather. So we'll pray before our meals. We'll try to live a good Christian life with him in the family, but we will not teach by coercion, teach by example, not teach by coercion. And we'll do the same with the language, 100%. Exactly, anormal. And also because if you go the other way, when you're like angry about it, it takes people away from religion. They hate it. And unfortunately they associate the good principles with the bad practices. And we don't want that. Thank you, Lapko. Does the first time an Italian baby says "papa" count if they don't move their hands? Yeah, exactly. We're going to teach him this. We're going to teach him the proper hand gesture. Am I right? South Philly, lots of Italian speakers. Great food. Oh, I love that. Yeah, actually, a friend of mine immigrated into the United States, stayed here for 10 years, and he lived in Philadelphia. Yeah, Sicilian like me. Indeed. Love your history work. Great content. Keep it up. Thank you very much. And check out my history only channel, Metatron History. Only history on that channel. Nothing else. So you're asking me if my son will be Catholic, Protestant. You know what? We are going to do, because the family is very, we've got it all. We've got it all in the family. We've got Catholics, obviously. I mean, I was brought up Roman Catholic. We've got Catholics. We've got Protestants. We've got non-denominational. We've got LDS. We've got it all. So I'm just going to take him sometimes to a church, sometimes to another. And once again, his choice. He can be whatever he wants, as long as he's a Christian. So for me, by the way, because I've had some interaction on X on what is a Christian, and there are people that are very gatekeeping when it comes to what defines as a Christian. Some people are like, you're not a Christian if you're not Catholic, you're not a Christian if you're not Protestant, Catholics are not Christians, Protestants are not Christians, LDS are not Christians, these are not Christians. And everyone is like, you're only a Christian if you're my denomination, or maybe this other one, but then they start saying, well, because of doctrinal differences. I respect that if that's what you want to believe. I am a lot more open-minded when it comes to what defines a Christian, and that's the way I think. I don't see it changing my mind, maybe if you mount a powerful defense, but in general, for me, to count as a Christian, you need to believe that Jesus is God and believe in the resurrection. That's it. Obviously, to be a good Christian, you need to live your life as a follower of the Master. But if you don't, and you are a shitty person, that makes you a bad Christian, but you're still a Christian if you believe those principles. For me, any other doctrinal difference, do you confess to the priest? Do you confess directly to God? What about Mary? What about the saints? What about this and this other prophet and this other... Whatever, baptism at this age, not this other age. These are all doctrinal differences. You could be wrong. I could be wrong about a doctrine, for instance. You were right. You got it right. I got it wrong. I misinterpreted the Bible, whatever the heck. But it just makes me wrong on that doctrinal matter. But the core is, nobody cometh unto the Father but by me. So the core is not, you need to get all of these doctrinal elements correct for salvation. So as far as I'm concerned, if you believe that Jesus is God, declare his divinity, and believe that he was resurrected, you're a Christian. If you don't, you're not, obviously. Which is why, obviously, Muslims are not Christians, because they don't believe Jesus to be God. I don't know what they believe about the resurrection. Do they believe, because they believe he was a prophet, so I don't know if they believe that he did go to heaven afterwards. I have no idea. I don't know about Islam, I'm going to be honest with you. Jews are not Christians because they reject Jesus, right? So to me, that's what a Christian is. I know that some people will disagree. They'll be like, no, you're only a Christian if you believe this. If you're Catholic, you're Christian. If you're Protestant, you're Christian. If you're Baptist, you're Christian. To me, it's all Christian. Okay, that's just me. So whatever he wants to be, great. And then, in fact, when he's like 18 and he tells me, Dad, I'm an atheist, I'll respect that. And anyone who attacks my son, I will fight the world. In my heart, I'll be like, oh, I wish one day he finds back his path. But I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to speak to you ever again, because then I will be judged for it. I truly believe it. Yeah. Muslims don't believe Christ died on the cross. I see. So do they believe that he was even on the cross, or do they believe they took him down and he was not dead? Which one is it? I haven't got a clue, to be honest. What about Messianic completed Jews? I don't know anything about them, so I don't know. What do they believe? What about Scientology? Yeah, no. I mean, to me, that's a cult. Scientology, to me, it's fraud. It's what it is. I mean, it's like this money. It's all about money and giant. Again, if you're a Scientologist, I don't mean to insult you, brother. Freedom of religion, right? It's within the freedoms of the Constitution, whatever. But I'm just going to say, I mean, it's about the money and space vacuums to get your spirits. It's sci-fi. Yeah. So there's that. Maybe they have nice people, though, you know? You could be a Scientologist and be very nice, want to help the community. I appreciate that. But I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. You think Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons aren't Christians? No, I would consider them Christians too, and let me tell you why. I know this is going to piss people off so much, but then again, brother, what can I tell you? We can disagree, and you can try and convince me, or you can shame on you, unsubscribe. What do I have to do? Lie? Isn't that better to say what I think? Apart from I have a lot of experience in the LDS Church, I met the prophet face to face, 4 or 5 of the apostles. I have double baptism. I was baptized as a Catholic and as an LDS. I was baptized in both churches, so I got them both. And throughout my life, because again, as I say, my family is split into everything. We got everything. We got Buddhists in it. We don't have Muslims, but we got Buddhists. We've got it all. So anyways, that's my experience with the LDS Church. And when extremely, extremely Christ-like people. And when it comes to Jehovah's Witnesses, look, I have a very good friend. His name is Alessandro, same name as my son. And he is wonderful person. And we've talked about it. We disagree on so many things, like the whole blood transfusion. I think it's nonsense. Again, if you're a Jehovah's Witness, I'm not trying to offend you. I think it's nonsense. I think you're misinterpreting a passage completely out of context. I do not believe anything like that is in Scripture. And there are a lot of things about the salvation of the 122,000, a lot of stuff. We talked a lot. And I will never be a Jehovah's Witness, ever. I don't believe it. Russell and all the whatever. But I have to give them this. One, they spend a lot of time with the Bible. And I respect that. As someone who was brought up Roman Catholic and went through catechism and all that stuff, we never touched the Bible at home, at least in Italy. Maybe American Catholics are better. But in Italy, yeah, we're Catholics, but we never read it. I changed that as a teenager, and I read the entire book. But that was me. But a lot of Catholics don't. I guess it depends. In my experience, Jehovah's Witnesses, they're always all over the Bible. So I do appreciate that. And the other, even though I disagree with their interpretation, I can appreciate that they sit down and read. And that's something that we should all do as Christians. We should, if we really truly believe that that's a book inspired by God himself, shouldn't we make time for it? I think we should. Definitely we should. Yeah, but I'm busy with my job. Yeah, but then what are your my priorities? I'll say it about me. Okay? What are my priorities? If I'm a guy, my actions should follow my words. If I declare it to be the word of God, but it should be the first thing I do in the morning. Wash my face, read the scriptures while I'm having breakfast, which I used to do when I was 18. I did it for 2 years straight. Every morning, 2 hours of scriptural reading. I loved it, but then I stopped because you get busy. But the reality is, it's just a matter of priorities. And and at that point, if an atheist calls me out, says, yeah, you believe in the Bible, but you don't read it, you're right. He's right. And we need to be... So anyways, about this Jehovah's Witness friend, when my mom, was diagnosed with cancer, then at one point she fell down the stairs, he was always there. He was an amazing... He is an amazing person. So he was very Christ-like. So I'm not going to say, because I disagree completely with your doctrine, you are not a Christian, because he was so Christ-like that it makes me difficult to do. Right? And so, I don't know. God is the perfect judge. He'll decide at the end of the day who is a real follower and who is just saying the name. Call me Lord, Lord, but then without doing the will of the Father, right? Not up to me. At least that's what I think. And I really appreciate he was always there for my mom. He was very beautiful and respectful. He never even pushed the religion. He knew my mom and was super Catholic. Like, sometimes I joked with my mom. I said, Mom, why didn't you become a nun? Like, literally, all you do is go to church and talk to the priests. My mom was so Catholic. Oh, my God. She had all the candles. Guys, you need to see the candles. I don't know what it is with Catholics and red candles. But, brother, my house, it was candles all over the place. It looked like she was trying to summon something. Anyways, crucifixes everywhere. Saints, Padre Pio, everywhere. Mary, statues, all that. She didn't pray to Mary, by the way. It's often a misinterpretation. I guess there are some Catholics that do exaggerate when it comes to that, but the idea that all Catholics pray to Mary is not even true. It's not even true. I guess there are some that do the thing of like, no, I pray to the saint because I want the saint to intercede to God, and personally I disagree with that. We have a mediator and it's Jesus, but whatever. Regardless. Also, there are people that are like, Mary was no one. And I'm like, if you're Christian, you shouldn't say that because she was the one chosen. So still, you should respect her regardless. Whatever. Yeah, so that's the thing. This guy, Jehovah's Witness, wonderful person. So that's that. That's that. What do you think about the Old Testament, the original one, the OG? We don't have the OG, do we? We have the Masoretic interpretation of the text, which we have decided through rabbinic tradition that it's the correct vocalization. No one has the original. And I have studied it. I've taken some classes in biblical Hebrew. What we have is fascinating, and I wish we had access to the ultra original in the most perfect translation possible. I wish. I love reading the Old Testament except for Numbers. Numbers is boring. I don't know if this is blasphemous of me to say. I'm just trying to be transparent though. Numbers is boring. Genesis, I love it. The Internet Archive. Yeah, sure. So happy for you. Congrats, man. Thank you so much, Morris and Binary Zero, New York City. Congratulations from one Italian American to another. Thank you, Vento444. It's actually funny. My son is Italian American, literally. Hey, Hastur de Carcosa. What up? Not much. Just not sleeping and anything. Thank you, Saxon25. Congrats on your new baby. Much love and respect to you, your wife, and your family, dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yana Kai's 9335. Thank you for the 10 Australian dollars support, all going into the diaper fund. And there are more super chats I need to read. I don't want to be disrespectful. You guys are being, really appreciate your hard-worked money. But Ombre says, I'm Black Irish descent. At scuba school in Australia, an Irish woman told me that in Ireland, if you can't say F-U-C-K, by the time you're 3, you've got a speech impediment and 12 years old Catholic ED. That's really funny, actually. And thank you, Yana Karitz. Very cool story. I love Irish people. Great sports. I'm really good friends, by the way. Let me see. South Philly, Los Vitali. Yeah, I read that one. I am really good friends with an Irish man. Congratulations, man. God bless you and your family. I appreciate that. Bad Dragonite. Thank you so much. I was saying I'm really good friends with the lead singer of the Cruachan. I think it's pronounced. It's an Irish metal, like folklore metal band, Cruachan. And Cruachan Keith is the lead singer. We're really good friends. We are really good friends. He's so funny, this guy. Like, literally, the Irish people, I freaking love you guys. So funny. Yeah, Irish metal. He's great. Like, these guys are good. They recently had, like, some kind of tour. We actually became friends because of our common passion for the Amiga. And then we just became friends, yeah. Really good guy. Completely different politics than mine, but as you can see, as long as you're decent people, you can still be friends. It's the radical scum that I don't want to be friends with. It's the radical scum. People that laugh at death. I'm like, no, I guess it's a very low bar, isn't it? But these days... But then again, otherwise, even if you're very different religious or political ideas than me, as long as you're a decent human being, we could disagree, you know, economic, social issues, but yeah. Yeah, I guess I draw the line at laughing at death. I draw the line. Among other things, you know, violence, political violence, Assam Piker stuff. That's where I draw the line. Thank you, Lapco92. Random fun fact, you can't use mafia tactics on a baby because they don't have kneecaps. Yet. That's a good one. Who told you only kneecaps, though? What about fishes? What about sleeping with the fishes? Well, not with the baby, though, goodness gracious. I'm not, what's the name of that douchebag? Atun Shea. I'm not Atun Shea, so I don't fantasize about that kind of stuff. Atun Shea films. Scum. A normal moose. Thank you for the support. May I ask your age? 44 next month, my friend. 44 and strong. I'm wondering how much time I've left at almost 30 to become a father. Bro, you've got 14 years. There you go. Not a problem. Not a problem. Yeah. Anyways, you know what I'm going to do now? I'm still going to, of course, if there is any super chat and stuff, I'll read it. I always respect. But I'm gonna start looking at what we are looking at today. So how about we start with this, my friends? How about we start with this? Christopher Nolan, you absolute muppet. You motherfucker. What? Why did you... I swear, I don't know what it is. Maybe as a Mediterranean man, this situation really upsets me. But we need to talk, guys, about the new trailer that was released about Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. It says triggers criticism from fans. Yeah, yes it does. Of course it does. Because it's awful. What on earth? What is this? What? Okay. For the love of every Olympian god. Okay? Not just the 12 Olympians, all of them. All of them. Why is Batman on my Odyssey? Why? Why is Batman on my Odyssey? But today, my friends, is not just about Batman. It is about a lot of other things. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to open, okay, the Odyssey. I'm going to get controversial because you know me. I will talk about anything. I don't care. The people on Reddit are going to go mad and blue sky and say Metatron is the usual monster. No, I'll talk about everything. I don't care. I don't care. The tactics don't work here. They don't work here. You can call me whatever you want. The tactics don't work here. My grift shall continue. So, Odyssey trailer. Now, I'm not gonna watch it because I'm not gonna let them copy claim me because I need the money for the diapers for my new beautiful son, okay? And they're gonna copy claim me. So I'm gonna click through. I'm gonna have a look at what we are. So we see a man in the sea. There is a little boat, okay? Shipwreck. That reminds me of what is it again? Link for Game Boy, Link's Awakening. Okay, we got a beard that's historically accurate. Not a problem. This ship is not historically accurate. It looks like a Viking ship. What else have we got? Columns, no colors, as usual. This should be red, blue, white. We all know that. Batman, I would say Batman is not historically accurate, but I love the flames. Next. We have a map. The sea looks okay. Hey, you should... Oh my gosh, they missed an opportunity. This should have been wine dark. The sea should have been wine dark. Imagine that, like a burgundy color at dusk, so that you connect with the literature. These guys don't know anything. What a waste. Anyways. This, okay, beautiful. What else have we got? They're eating. I see leather bracelets. I see everyone with a leather bracelet, and I'm gonna flip the table. I don't care. I hate it. I hate the leather bracelets. There should be the... Okay. This one looks nice. Okay, I like the suit and the dress. Very nice. Love it. She's got a little bit of makeup, which is okay, actually. They did have makeup. Sort of. Kind of. So that's fine. It's in the Christian era that they start saying, women shouldn't have makeup. But in the classical period, even Minoans and shit and stuff like that. All right. So here they are wearing armor. Looks like shit. Thank you. Next. What have we got here? Beautiful. Okay, I love the rocks, the clips. He's drinking. He's got a pinky ring. Look at the leather. I hate the black leather bracelets, brother. Come on. Dirty. Well, maybe there is a reason. I'm sure there is a reason. What else have we got? This and that. Okay, there is a battle, July 17th. What are they looking at? What are they looking at, guys? Should I be scared to click forward, to click then? Oh, no. Bro. Come on. Why did you have to do this to me? I'm gonna have a heart attack. Nolan, what are you doing to me? This was designed to annoy me. What is it? What the mecha? What got the mecha suits? Okay, now look. Okay, I get it. I know. The people are gonna be like, oh, Metatron, you're so annoying. What do you want? It's just a movie. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. What the heck is this? Oh, wait, are they the giants from Sicily? Oh, no, they're not the giants from Sicily, are they? I'm from Sicily. You can't do that to me. Tell me these are not the giants from Sicily. Please. Please tell me this and not. Thank you for the gifted memberships. I need support right now. I need professional help after this. These are the giants of Sicily, aren't they? So we've got, let me get this straight. We've got full plate steel armor, fat. For some reasons, they're fat. So we've got obese steel plate with a late 15th century Italian barbute helmet. This is supposed to be, this is the Bronze Age. What are you on? What are you doing? Anyways, for some reasons, oh, this looks so bad. What is this? What is this monstrosity? I know my heart rate right now is stellar. Look at the gorget, which is, by the way, wrongly placed. They never get it right. The gorget should be under the freaking breastplate. But then again, who am I fooling? If this, maybe they'd be like, oh yeah, but in the late 16th century, there were some occasions. Yeah, right, because late 16th century with the... Yeah, by the way, they're going to be slaughtered. So these guys are giants. So they have the biological advantage. They have the technological advantage. Because these guys are like late 16th century for some reasons against these Muppets at this point. So that's the end of the story. They all die. They all get destroyed. And this is disgusting. What are they doing? All of this, I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say, and this is before the casting. We're going to go into the casting. Oh, we're going to go into the casting. But let me tell you this much, okay? Hellenic armor. Hellenic armors. Are you ready to lose your wallet? You ready to lose your wallet? So, there is a smith, professional, in Greece. This guy is Greek, unlike the entirety of the cast, not even a single Greek actor. Greek representation, by the way. I'm going to fight for my Greek brothers and sisters. There is a Greek armorer specialized in this kind of armor. So you could have literally hired him. Look at this. Behold what they took from you. Behold, they could have given the heroes the look of heroes. Not of might and magic, but still. Panoplies, Mycenaean armor. Come on, look at this! Can you imagine? Look, bro, come on. Literally, what are we even doing here? And before you say, you could have had this. Tell me that's not a hero anyways. I was gonna say, you could be like, yeah, but maybe Nolan didn't know. Yes, he did, because this guy, the Greek guy, I saw his Facebook post. He was messaging with the Christopher Nolan's team. Okay? They were messaging him, and they were initially discussing to hire this guy to make the armor. Then they dropped him for Batman. Okay? You heard it here first. Then they dropped him for Batman. They dropped him for Batman. And in fact, oh wait, I need to show you what I'm talking about because, wait, he does even the Dendra panoply. The Dendra panoply. Clowns. Look at this. Imagine the glittering gold in the sun. Maybe do a different helmet if you don't like this one. F it. But imagine the glittering, dull bronze gold because of the constituents of the time. It would have been more of a yellow bronze, by the way, when it comes to business end of a lance, of a armor. No. They said, no, we want Batman and the Sicilian Oblivion Colossi. Thank you for that. Thank you, Christopher Nolan, for destroying my life. What is this? No, I mean, come on. What am I going to tell my son? He's going to ask me, like, what world, what time have you brought me in? What is this? What is the look? Look at his face. That's exactly the face of someone who's like screaming because of what they look like. Anyways, let's continue. No, please. Okay, let's continue. So I don't know who that is. And there we go. He's like, no, that armor is awful. That's what he's screaming. She's also like, how are they dressed? Why are they doing this to us? And so we continue, and what's wonderful, and then there is a PNG photoshopped here. Look, listen. We were talking about Heroes of Might and Magic 3 earlier on this stream, right? The whirlpools on the 2D graphics of my 1998 computer look more realistic than this. Because to be honest, how is the water around not affected by a whirlpool like this? This is literally a PNG. I could have done a better job. And then, yeah. Where is the, guys, we gotta do it. Where is the face that launched 1,000 ships? Where is the face that launched 1,000 ships? You think I'm afraid of saying it? I'll show you I'm afraid of saying it. I'm going to show you the face that launched 1,000 ships now. Where is it? The Odyssey casting. Where is the casting? Odyssey casting. And then we'll talk about the possible Achilles. I know I'm scrolling like a maniac, but I'm looking for the posts. So give me a second, because it's not like I get things ready. Who do you think I am? Like Asmongold and whatnot? Like, he prepares everything. I've seen his tabs. Monstrosity of a tab. This guy prepares everything. It's unbelievable. Anyways, guys. We need to talk about the face that launched 1,000 ships, because I just want to say this, okay? Helen of Troy was not black. Helen of Troy should be represented by a white woman with blue to gray eyes and golden hair and fair skin, because Homer tells us her skin was light, if you want to be consistent. But if you want to be this, couldn't you find a gorgeous-looking black woman if really you were going to do that? Oh, but Metatron, you're shaming her. No, I'm not. Maybe she's a fantastic actor. But this isn't Helen of Troy. This is not Helen of Troy. And I don't know what's going on. I mean, Kang Min Lee, sometimes I disagree with some of his posts. I'm going to be honest with you. But the guy is generally based. Not on everything, though. He made a post that I was like, come on, bro. Just don't do that. Anyways. It's on my X if you want to know what post it is. I called him out because I'm going to do it, even if we agree on a lot of things. Anyways, he's like, are there any Greeks? Yeah, he's right. No Greeks. No Greeks. No Greeks. So, the Odyssey is a disgrace, is my take. That's not Helen of Troy. That is not Helen of Troy. I guess Anita Sarkeesian probably had something to do with that, but that's not Helen of Troy. At this point, you know who should have been Helen of Troy? I'm going to say it, and I'm going to get so much hatred. They're going to call me white supremacist for it. I'll show you Helen of Troy. Want to see Helen of Troy? At this point, this should have been Helen of Troy. You ready? In 3, 2, 1. At this point, this should have been Helen of Troy. That one is Helen of Congo. This should have been Helen of Troy. I would still prefer a Greek. But if you're going that route, then at this point, I'm going to say it. Helen of Troy, ladies and gentlemen. This is launching 1,000 ships. Am I right or no? Am I like, no, Metatron, I can't believe what you're saying is objectively false? Tell me. I'm just going to say it. Now let's talk about the other casting. Brothers and sisters. I'm going to talk about the other casting, which is, where is it? There we go. So, apparently, this is just a rumor, okay? So don't go like Metatron is spreading misinformation, but the rumor does exist. And would I put it past Nolan? No. I think it's very possible that Elliot Page will be cast as Achilles. If they do this, I mean, at the end of the day, what would this mean? It would mean that Elliot Page identifies as Achilles, I guess. So then I'm going to identify it as Athena. It's the same thing. You can't tell me I'm wrong. If Elliot Page can identify as Achilles, monumental downgrade, by the way, from the previous, because Achilles is always going to be Brad Pitt. I don't even care. That is Achilles. Forever. Another blonde, by the way. What is it with deletion of blondes? Why do they have to delete blondes and redheads constantly, I say, as a man with black hair? Literally fighting your fights, brothers. What, and sisters? Did you play Diablo 2? Blonde, the blonde, what's her name? Valkyrie. Blackhead. She became like me, I guess. And the red hair archer girl, black hair. I don't know what it is. It's just blondes and reds. They just have to delete them anyways. So this is an awful casting for Achilles if they so choose, and I will say it. I will say it. I will say it. Do you think I care? They're gonna be like, oh, you are this phobic and that phobic. I'm still gonna say it. It's an awful casting. It's an awful casting. And you know it, by the way. Even the people that think, oh no, he is perfect for the casting. No, you don't believe that. You're just virtual signaling. That's what you're doing. No one believes it. No one believes. I'm looking for a picture. Let me see if I can find a picture. Let me see if I can find it. Achilles. Let's do Brad Pitt versus Elliot Page. There we go. Okay. Look at this. They did that. It's AI, I imagine, but I'm gonna click it. I know I'm taking my one moment. I'm clicking. Okay, I clicked. So yeah. So this is, guys. This is a massive downgrade. I don't even care. Inappropriate, I'd say. Inappropriate. I am liphobic, by the way. Absolutely, I'm liphobic. So maybe this isn't happening, right? But we will, because we don't put it past them. And I know Athena is going to be black because of the book Black Athena, which is nonsense. It's a nonsensical book pushed by the Afrocentrists, full of nonsense. But because there is that book, they're going to side with that. And of course, they're going to have Athena played either by a Hispanic or by a black woman. I know that. I know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. We all know it. Let me say thank you to a few super chats before we continue, because I've got a lot to say. Do you think I'm done? I'm not done. Absolutely not. Yeah, this channel you get zero virtual signaling. I'll just tell you what I think. Sometimes upset people, including in my own audience. They definitely let me know. And because you're lovely like that. And that sometimes you agree. That's wonderful. At least you know I'm transparent and honest, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Ray Gonzalez, thank you for the support. Because redheads and blondes are a very white phenotype. It's probably that. I agree. Arrocoda3590, congratulations on the child. What did you name him, her? We named him Alexander August. So that's his name. Thank you so much. The Shadow, hello mate, out of curiosity, how much historical inaccurate is acceptable or passable? It depends. It depends. If it's a documentary, as little as possible, like the Cleopatra documentary, and if it's an historically inspired film, then I'm gonna go. Still, we want overwhelming with some liberties. If it's a fictional film loosely inspired on history, then we will accept more. But still, if the original armor looked amazing and the armor you put is awful, yeah, I'm still gonna complain it regardless, because at least the creative licenses should improve. Am I right? Not like a decrease, because then if it looks like shit and the original would have looked better, then I'm like, why did you even do that? So yeah, there is that. And then you say, in the essence of the original story still intact, would everything else being accurate be okay, for example? It would, maybe, but not. It's not a bad argument, okay? I'm going to drop the sarcasm. It's not a bad argument. But in this political climate, where everything is only single-sided, it's only white people, and it's only European history that gets changed and twisted, then no, it's unacceptable regardless. Because it's not made out of a creative desire. And in fact, I'm going to go one step further. They don't swap the race of mythology, history, and pop culture. They don't do it out of love, interest, inclusivity, we care about minorities. No, they do it out of hatred for white people and European and the West. So, none of it is acceptable. I don't care if it's The Little Mermaid. And to those that were saying, oh, Black Mermaid and White Mermaid are equally inaccurate because the original Danish legend and book said that her skin was green. Full of shit. We looked it up. I read it. Her arms are described as white and beautiful. So, it's a historical character. Is it a Nordic white man and you turn the historical character into an empowered black woman? Unacceptable. It's all unacceptable. Obviously, also taking Shaka Zulu and casting a blonde actor is unacceptable. I wouldn't want to be cast because that's misrepresenting. I don't want to misrepresent their gods. If a god is Asian, unacceptable to cast a white person. Egyptian gods, awful. That stuff that they did on Netflix with all white actors. What are you doing? No form of swapping to me is acceptable, whether it be freaking Batman or whether it be Blade. I don't want Blade to be cast as a white guy, because Blade is a black guy. Has always been. But my haters never mention this. Notice it. I've said it on every single video I've ever made, all the way back to 10 years ago. I've been 12 years on this platform. Every time I've condemned blackwashing, which is what happens 99% of the times now anyways, but every time I did, I always said I also wouldn't swap the other way around. They never say it. All the Reddit pages about me, criticism of Metatron, it's not fair criticism if you don't represent my real arguments and you just say Metatron just doesn't want, he just wants white people on screen. That's what they do. And it is what it is. Thank you for the super chat. Bad Hombre, Zion's Battlestar Galactica at Troy, whatever. I don't know what that means, but I do like Battlestar Galactica. It's a good show. Bad Hombre says, I just got the Ethiopian Bible. Your view? Oh, yeah, I heard of it. I never read it, but I've heard of it as one of the most ancient. It's interesting. In HS had to synopsize for 2 years. The King. I like the King James version is my favorite version of the Bible. I've read both the Edizioni Paoline, which is usually the one used in Italian families, and then I've read the King James version, and I find the King James version in English to be poetically more pleasing to me. The original Hebrew is the most beautiful one. But I find, I'll give you one example, even in the Gospels, by the way, when we talk about Greek versus English or Greek versus Italian, I think the English version sounds better than the Italian version. To give you an example, or one of the versions that I've read, to give an example, one of the most beautiful verses for me in the New Testament is the scene when Jesus, the Lord, is on the boat, and then there is the whole situation, right, with the apostle that goes into the water and it starts to sink because he's lacking faith. And then there is the part with the storm, and they wake him up, they wake Jesus up, and they are afraid. But Jesus has power over the elements, so he commands the elements. And I love that in Italian, that's translated when he gives the order, and the storm calms, and the sea settles, and the elements obey their maker. In Italian, that's rendered as taci calmati, which literally means be quiet, calm down. It feels like a authoritative order. In English, that's usually, at least in the King James Version, that's rendered as peace be still. I love it because it gives more of a warmer creator that is calming down the very nature that he has created, but he sounds like a father. So translations will give you that. The core principle is still intact, but the rendition, you can have a favorite. And that's just me. Thank you, Lapco. Random fun fact. Oh, yeah, I read that one. Okay, so I'm all up with the super chats, I believe. And then you say, Iliad, this in the story of the wrath of Achilles, Ellen Page's wrath is not getting her soy, no-fat vegan latte with organic... Okay, that's funny. Provided by socialist country that hates America bad. Yeah, man, I mean... It is what it is. I do not believe that this is an appropriate casting, okay? And that's just me. It's my preference. That's my preference, my friends. That's my preference, but continuing, because there is more to say. I want to show you this website, because, you know, while I was doing the research for this, I ran into a few websites, one of which was, let me see if I can find, the Irish Times, and I gotta show you, because this is the kind of people that revolt me. So the Irish Times, we can't read it because I haven't paid for a subscription, and they will never get a single dollar from me. Subscriber only, but look at the title, that's enough, the headline. So the Donald Clark tells us, so the Odyssey trailer has upset you. Shut up and stop whining. The film doesn't open for another 2 months and pedants are already getting their underwear in knots. So, Donald Clark, you absolute clown. I'm not going to shut up at all. And there's nothing you can do about it. We have the right to complain. By the way, criticism about any type of work is absolutely acceptable. Who do you think you are? But the reason is that this guy's doing it for politics. He's doing it for politics. And you can go fuck yourself, Donald. That's what I say. And I'm not going to give you a single dollar. But I'm so amazed at the people that pay, particularly if they're white, the self-loathing type, because you're paying money to be mistreated. Is it a fetish? What is it? Is it a fetish? Anyways, Donald Duck, nobody cares about your opinion, okay? Nobody cares about your opinion. Get lost. You're not getting $1 from me. Not even a single one. The, what is it, $5 a month for 5 months? No, I will, this is what I'm going to say, Donald, to you. This is dedicated to you, Donald. Those $5 a month are going to be used from the super chat today. In fact, I'm getting these exactly from Rumble right now, because I imagine you hate Rumble. So I'm getting Flyboy Steve. Thank you for the $5. I'm going to read your chat immediately. But before that, I'm going to use the $5 that Donald wanted. And instead, I'm going to buy the diapers for my son and make sure to let you know that whatever my son decides to drop onto those diapers will be 10 times more valuable than the subscription to this. Thank you. That's my message for Donald here. Is there a way to get a side-by-side translation of the Catholic Italian Bible with the English Catholic translation? I've searched but haven't found one. Maybe I've got to Italy directly. So there is the Bible for scholars, but that one is interlinear with Hebrew. That's the one I studied with at university. It was Italian and Hebrew. And it's in fact quite different to the Bible for families, because the Bible for families has translations that are not always literal. I prefer literal translations usually. But in general, I guess you should be able to find that try to find Italian to English interlinear and then put the type of Bible you want. I think that, I mean, the internet should provide anything these days, really. That's what I think. Anyways, that was just the Odyssey. So, what do I think about currently the Odyssey is not looking good, guys. To finish it off, historically, men translated the Odyssey. Oh, not men. Anything but men. Get me the giants in full plate, but not men. Here is what happened when a woman took the job. This is from what cancelled? From 3 Quarks Daily. Science, art, philosophy, politics, literature. None of which is going to be here. What happened? The Odyssey is about a man. This already, guys, gotta be cancelled. Come on, how dare you? It says so at the beginning in Robert Flake's 1996 translation, for example. The poem opens with the line, open quotes, "Sing to me of the man, muse, the man of twists and turns." In the close quotes. In the course of poem, the man plots his return home after fighting the Trojan War, slaughters the suitors, vying to marry his wife Penelope, and reestablish himself at the head of the... Yeah, that's the story, what you want. But the Odyssey is also about other people. Penelope, the nymph, major character. Calypso, the witch, Circe, the prince Nausicaa, I love this name, by the way. Odyssey's many shipmates who died before they could make it home. The countless slaves in Odyssey's house. Ooh, you said slaves, you should be enslaved people. And also you're saying women, you should say individual who menstruate. It's already minus 2 points. Many of whom are never named. Okay, Emily Wilson, the first woman to translate the Odyssey into English, is concerned. Or of course she's concerned. She's concerned with the surrounding characters as she is with Odyssey himself, written in plain contemporary language and released either this month to much fanfare. Her translation, it's not a translation, it's a manipulation, that's the correct name, lays bare some of the inequalities between characters that other translations have. Okay, look. Is that the end? Yeah, that's the end of the... Wow. What an amazing content. What an amazing piece of article, am I right? It's all about... Look, the question of who matters is actually central to what the text is about. What's her name? Whatever your name is. Abazaraza. I seriously, sincerely doubt that Homer, in the 8th century BC, cared very much about feminism. Being ancient Greek, in fact, I mean, ancient Greeks, some of the stuff is like, women, just shut up, stay in the kitchen and make babies, don't vote, don't speak. That's the ancient Greek. You can agree with or disagree, but that's the reality. So maybe Homer was a little more, very learned, philosophical. Maybe he was a little different, and surely some of the characters, he probably had the idea. His ideal woman, though, you would hate it. Doesn't matter. Like, even if he was like, no, women are very important, beautiful, mothers, power of creation. I agree with that, by the way. I do. I think men and women have equal power and different the equal value, different roles. That's what I believe. But whatever. That's also what Homer would have believed, 100%. So whatever you think, your translation is not a translation if you're trying to push nonsense into the 8th century BC. And yeah. So there's that. And who cares if the person who translated... Look at this. Who cares if the person who translated the Odyssey as a penis or a vagina? How about how skilled are they in the language? Did you notice that? They never ask that question, do they? They never ask that question. That ends this section of the stream, and we're going to move to the next section of the stream. I've already had enough. I have already had enough. But, yeah. So that's that. That's the situation. But let me see what you guys think. Ray Gonzalez says, this just in woman uses famous story to push her fanfic. Of course it is. That's what it is. And Classified 2747. Hello, mate. I just wanted to say congratulations on your son. May God bless you, your wife, and son abundantly. And I will be praying for your family. Thank you so much. Prayers are always appreciated on this channel. Thank you so much. Self-sabotage before it even opens. Oh, I know, my friend. I know. I know, my friend. What can I say? What can I say? That was funny about the vanilla latte wrath, though. that was a good one. I'm going to give it to you. That was a good one. That was absolutely a good one. All right, let me close all these tabs because I don't want the algorithm to think that I'm into the Odyssey now. I really don't want the algorithm to think, man, Metatron really loves it. Raffaello really loves it. I need to give him more of that. All right, let's move to a little reaction now. Let me get my my phone. So I want to see because, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a personal kind of I don't know. I find it really funny when Penguin finds or Critical finds idiots and then danks all over them. So I'm gonna check. But then again, sometimes I like Critical, but sometimes he makes statements and I'm like, no, bro, that's wrong. At least from me. Maybe he thinks I'm wrong. Who cares? But so sometimes I'll be a little. But in general, when he chooses the imbeciles, I don't know how he finds them. So I think he found someone, and I want to watch it. So we're gonna watch that. Before we do that, I want to say thank you again on Rumble to Lapco95 for the support. Italians must be very patient cooks. Yeah, I boiled my pasta for 2 hours. Oh no, before it was mushy enough. Oh my gosh. I agree with you on pineapple pizza, though it clashes with the ranch dressing. Goodness gracious, man. Goodness gracious, man. I reject your $5. I reject your $5. Still add them to my bank account, though. But I reject them on principle. How about that? So we got this loser responded, and it's bad. Let's see what it is. Classified 2747 on behalf of Valentin06 Todorov. I don't know who that is, but thank you. Let's see who the loser is. I need to check this out. Let's have a look. Goodness gracious, the overcooked pasta. Let's go.
Oh, what's the matter? You can't sleep either?
No.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Tell me about it. I just had a baby. I don't think you do. I mean, I know Critical has been struggling with real insomnia, but brother, I'll take insomnia now feels like a sleeping vacation in comparison. But here we are. Let's go.
Look at us. 2 peas in a pod. Unfortunately, I can't deploy a tactical breast with some warm milk for you to suckle upon. These puppies.
Okay, does he know? Is this for me? Is he talking to me?
Puppies aren't spec'd into that build. Best I could do is maybe lactate a bit of gamer subs out.
Okay.
So, we're going to have to settle for the next best thing, which is a little lullaby, which hopefully will serve as a nice AoE and hit us both, making us sleepy.
I'll see you in a little bit, all right?
Yeah, see you soon.
You.
Hello. You want to clip this on?
Sure. Oh, you're a streamer?
Yes, I am a streamer.
She's a streamer, guys. She's a streamer. You were saying you like Critical because he's a transparent, honest guy. Well, yeah, he's very generous. Like, he has given so much money to charity for so many years. He probably got like his, what is it called? His karma. His like blessings from the Lord must be like extremely high. Maybe that's why he's been extremely selfless individual, and I appreciate that. I don't even care if we disagree on some political aspects. Who cares? He seems to me to be a very genuinely good guy with some awful takes and some really good takes. So here we are. So she's a streamer, and this is a chess championship. Okay, let's go.
Well, best of luck. This is our last game. I believe it closes at 7 today. So.
6, actually.
6? There's only half an hour left.
We got an actually. We got an actually. Red flag.
This is a clip that blew up a few days ago, but it has a brand spanking new development here where the gentle sir, Fedora Tip, in the video, has decided to double down on his cringe, embarrassing behavior. So we're going to give you the whole kit and caboodle here. So this is the genesis. This is where it's...
I don't know what a kit and caboodle is. You'll have to... Can you translate that for me, guys? I'm a little youngster's lingo.
Started. The woman in this video is a streamer. Her name is aka Nimsco on Twitch, but she is a grandmaster in chess. Her name is Nemo.
Respect.
And she's doing this at a convention where people sit down, they play chess, and she's streaming all of it. This is the last contestant of the day. She believes that there's still quite a bit of time left, thinking that it closes at 7. He hits her with the classic, actually it's 6. So there's even less time than she thought, but she's more than willing to accommodate and play through this game with him because he waited for it.
She seems really nice, to be honest, because I'm going to be honest with you. When I hear the term influencer, I'm already expecting a douchebag. Sometimes it's not. But I'm already expecting someone who thinks they are like, do you know who I am? How many followers I have? That kind of stuff. And then when I hear streamer, I'm like, what kind of streamer? But at least to me, she seems to be very humble. She's a freaking grandmaster.
Take your queen.
Oh shit, I forgot I can do that.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know what he's doing. He forgot he can move the horde at the knight. Brother, how do you forget you can move a knight? Then again, he lost the queen. Let's be fair about this. He lost the queen against a grandmaster. Probably I would lose the king to a grandmaster on turn 2. Okay, I'm gonna be fair. But brother, what does that even mean? It's yeah. Okay, let's explain it to him. I'm gonna do it now, sir. The knight moves in an L. Thank you. You're welcome. Let's go.
Take queen.
Just gets hard.
Yeah. You're running out of time, Bill.
What happens if I run out of time?
You lose the game.
Yeah.
But it's okay, you can use some of mine. I do have to run though because I didn't realize the con is closing at 6.
Oof, that's a big time blunder right there from this prodigy that stepped up to the plate. He hung his queen out to dry and she capitalized, taking the free piece. He then hits her with the forgot you could do that. Now, when I first watched this, I assumed he was just like a fan of her and wanted to at least like interact and play a game for fun, despite...
But then again, he said, oh, you're a streamer, so you mean like pretending he didn't know her? Oh, we got a translation, guys. We got a translation here from Ekisted. Thank you for the $5 going into the diaper fund. For my son, the whole kit and caboodle is an American idiom meaning the entire amount, collection, or everything. I'm so going to use it with my wife. I'm so going to use it with my wife later. I'm going to tell her the entire... What is it again? The whole kit and caboodle. The whole kit and caboodle. Okay, great. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it.
Not being like an active chess player, him being unaware of how the knight can move, to me was evidence of that game theory, but turns out that's not the case at all. He actually takes this extremely serious. He's treating this like it's his fucking Super Bowl here. So, as you can see, he's starting to run out of time. She mentions that, saying like, hey, you're running out of time, but, you know, don't worry, you can use some of mine.
That's time.
That's time. Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't care.
I'll pack up while you make your move.
He's bothered. He's bothered.
You know what? I surrender.
Are you sure? Okay.
I mean, you could have done that with after the queen, to be fair, but fine. I wonder why it's green. Look, it's green versus black. It's an anti-white I'm joking. I'm all for like green screen representation. Let's go for orcs and goblins.
GG's.
Oh, he didn't. Oh my gosh, he's
Zoinks! Jinkies!
Buttered.
The declined handshake in anger. That's fundamentally a rage quit moment there over the board. Very unsportsmanlike. That's a 5-yard penalty. No
What was he expecting? To win against the Grandmaster? What?
doubt. And again, she was willing to let it go on even though he
Yeah.
did lose on time. He was taking oodles of time here coming up with his moves and then still ended up just giving away a free queen. So it's not someone who I think actively plays chess.
Well, then again, critical, let's be honest. Grandmaster, brother. Grandmaster. Probably she can get your queen. It's like StarCraft, right? Like, I used to be high platinum, so I would win against platinums but lose against diamonds. I did play against a master. Nothing. Like, that guy was in my base, and my protos were like, I don't know, we surrender. We don't even care. Terrans, they can have the entire universe. Whatever the heck. Zerg, great. We are parasites in comparison. We have no mouths, but whatever. So, yeah, I mean, Grandmaster probably doesn't necessarily translate that he doesn't know how to play. But then again, he did say he forgot that I think he's right.
So I don't know why he's getting so heated about it.
Right.
It's pretty fucking embarrassing because this isn't high stakes here. This isn't a game of life or death. It's not a goddamn shadow game from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or anything. It's just supposed to be entertaining and enjoyable, and you get to hang out, you play a little chess. She's a grandmaster. You were never going to win.
True.
So I don't know why he's getting his ham so steamed about it.
Because he's a Muppet.
It took forever.
Okay. Oh shit, he took the mic.
He took the mic?
Oh, hello. He took the microphone. It's alright, he forgot about that. So, he wanted it, yeah?
I feel like you really wasted my time.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Waiting. You told me after this person, and then another person comes in.
I'm so sorry about that.
Man, this guy needs a beating. Can I say that? I'm not advocating for violence, all right? I'm saying metaphorically, but it's one of those people who's never had a no. I trust it. That's so rude.
That guy, you're like, oh, I'm gonna see you at dinner later.
Yeah.
God, I was waiting here for like half an hour.
Can I?
Just rush through it.
Well, you're
Yeah, you
welcome
lost
to
on
play
time.
out the rest of that game if you want to. I gave you that option.
And then here comes the wambulance.
What a
So he
clown.
starts really whining about how she wasted his time. Brother, you're not entitled to her time in the first place, by the way. This is just a little fun setup at the convention. It's not that deep. But
What a
anyway,
clown.
he then accuses her of rushing through the game, even though he lost on time, and she made a very generous offer to still play it out just using her time in order to finish that game because he waited a while, I guess. Which, again, if you were unsatisfied with the wait, fucking leave.
Leave, yeah.
You're not held hostage there. He doesn't have the fucking cuffs on him, forced to play.
Man, could you imagine having to deal with that guy as his friend, family / girlfriend? Could you imagine? This guy would be offended for everything. Nah. I was here ready to eat, and you were programming on your Commodore PET from 1977. Very plausible, metatronically speaking. That's very plausible.
Like, what? Just go! Just leave. Why? What? It really feels like he wasn't there for chess in the first place. It seems like he was there to try and, like, have this be some kind of pseudo date or something.
Very good point. Yeah, that's what it is. That's why it's so buttered. Anyways, yeah, that's not a way in which the woman is going to be interested in you anyways. Yana Kaiser, thank you very much. Hey, I need to head out now, no problem, but just wanted to say again, congratulations on a newborn, a new family. When I saw the announcement video, it really made my whole day, so God bless you. Thank you so much, and thank you for your generosity. It's very much appreciated, and God bless you as well. Thank you very much. Wasted my time on Twitch, you were saying. Wasted my time. You're at a chess convention. Exactly. Like, what a clown. Oh my gosh.
So when someone else was
that's a Redditor, guys. That's a
in
Redditor.
front of him, or someone else that she knew, like, stepped in to play a quick game, it, like, deeply offended him in that capacity. And again, I don't think he was actually there for the chess itself, because he's like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. What, move the knight backwards? Like, what the fuck what? So, the whole thing just smells very fucking fishy, and it's really weird. And his behavior just continues to deteriorate about it.
Move the knight backwards.
Okay, I'm so sorry about it.
Man, she's adorable, by the way. I mean, this is a grandmaster and a streamer. I don't know how many followers, but I'm just saying, she's being, like, great. She's probably, if it was me, I would have already told him off. I'd be like, bro, just get the fuck out of here. But he wouldn't have done it with me. He wouldn't have done it with you. He's doing it because she's a girl. Can we say it? So he knows he can get away with it. And you know why I know that? Let me tell you, Detective Metatron, let me tell you why I know that. I can make this statement. Because he complained about a previous dude who took his place, apparently. Why didn't you take it with the guy then? Why are you taking it on? Go with the guy and say, bro, get up. It's my turn. Why didn't you tell that guy after he left? You should have gone to the guy, if you're a man, and told him, hey, it was my turn. You said, Dan, you wasted my time. I wouldn't do it because honestly, it's a nice situation. I don't want to create a scene. But if even though, I mean, what does she know? Maybe she didn't even notice. You should have taken it with the guy. You didn't because you're scared that the guy's going to beat your ass. But you know she's not going to beat your ass because she's a small woman. That's the reality. I diagnosed everything, guys. You heard it here.
Is there I can make up for it? I can give you chess.com diamond memberships or anything like that.
Membership for chess.com?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you want one.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Take a picture. I'm going to give you a second one as well. And heck, since you're the last person for tonight, take a picture of the third one. So then...
Okay, can we follow this girl? I need to see. She said, okay, TikTok, Arcane, MSK. It's a little cut. I don't know if I can see the end. But I'm gonna have to follow her. She gave him 3 free... Can I get one, by the way? Because I'm paying for it. I'm paying for it. He's got to say thank you to this, right? He's got to be like, all right, I appreciate that. Thank you, right?
If you redeem these, you'll just have like 3 months free membership. There you go. Take a picture of that one too.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm really sorry if you feel like you wasted your time.
You did waste my time.
Okay.
So, fuck you, but I hope you have...
Bro! What the heck? He got... What? What? Are you joking? Man, what a coward. What a spineless worm. You're a vermin, whoever you are. I hope you watch this. You're a vermin. Oh, this is so cringe. Is it me? Is it like an old school Mediterranean gentleman? I can't stand this. Yeah, he said F-U. F-U-C-K-U. Unbelievable. One second, please. One moment. It's, I need to double check that my wife is okay. One moment, let me mute. Brother, even my wife thought something of. She was like, "Are you okay? Did you fall?" Because she heard me scream. It's this guy's fault, isn't it? It's this guy's fault. It's this guy's fault. Anyways, let's continue. But this is insane.
Okay.
I know.
The guy there was so like, fuck you, gave me the middle finger off.
She is going above and beyond to accommodate this loser, being extremely nice, offering him 3 months of premium membership, again, for a complete non-issue. This guy feels like his time was wasted. Why? Because he chose to wait in that line and then sat down fucking drooling and blue screening in his brain, blundering his queen, and then just sitting there idly with the orb of confusion in his pocket and then losing on time before surrendering. How is that her fault? If you wanted a longer time with her at the chessboard or you wanted to, like, prove yourself, fucking play chess. Learn how the knight moves, I guess, bro. Like, what?
Yeah.
Why is...
See, that's what I say. I love these videos. I don't know how he finds them. I haven't got a clue. But man, what an imbecile. And as one of my chat members is saying, at least vermin have a function in the ecosystem. I have to... Okay. I hereby publicly apologize to all worms, vermins, surrounding biological families for having insulted you. Okay? I'm going to do that. Let's
any
go.
of this her fault? Like, she didn't do anything wrong here. All of it's streamed, by the way. So you can see it all. There was nothing strange or underhanded. She didn't go up there and put her hand on this guy's head like, no, stay back, you swine. Everyone else is coming first. You will be the last one today. Learn your place, plebeian. Like, nothing like that happened. She didn't disrespect him or anything. So, but he still feels so slighted that he wraps back around, gives her the middle finger, and says, "Fuck you," while...
Wow, so brave, so courageous. What a tough guy, am I right? Behaving like a 12-year-old child. Do that in front of The Rock. Not that I particularly sympathize with The Rock, considering the latest nonsense with his wardrobe, but whatever. Yeah, he's not going to do it, is he?
To reap the benefits of 3 months worth of premium membership that she's given him because she's just, I guess, very nice.
Yeah.
If anyone's time was wasted, it was hers for having to interact with you for this long. And now, like I said, this blew up a couple days ago. He got clowned on, and then he wanted to give his side of the story. So I read an article that apparently he is now doing his tell-all here about what actually happened.
Against this person, I have no idea who she is, but there it is. First off, I was just laughing at how ridiculous the video is because it doesn't offer any context. So there was no line there. I have no idea who this person is. It just says...
What context? What context do you need? What?
It's like, hey, let's play some chess, you can win a prize. Cool.
If you want to let people know that everything that's happened bothers you greatly, try and pretend that it doesn't. Well, I actually couldn't stop laughing about the whole thing. People just don't understand the full scope of the situation. And I can't help but giggle. I shouldn't, in fact, I shan't, but I can't help but giggle a little bit about this because it doesn't even show the whole context of what happened. So please let me...
That is 100% a Redditor. I don't even care. That is 100% a Redditor.
Let me enlighten you. Let me give you the real scoop here. It's just, like, I always hate that approach from people when they try and, like, oh, I'll just brush this off. Yeah, you guys are all wrong. I'm right. That kind of attitude. It's so fucking, like, cringing. It's awful. It elicits the yuckies out of me. There's such a bad vibe about that approach. But anyway, he goes on to say that he just hopped in this line because he saw that you could play chess and maybe win a prize. He didn't know who she was, but was more than willing to play
Grandmaster, baby.
Chess and go for that. Big question arises there. Why? When you suck this much ass at chess, you hung your queen, like, immediately.
I go up, she's with someone, and I have to wait. That's fine. She says you'll come up after this person.
While he's recording this, he's crying, just so you know. Picture that.
There's a timer going on, and I see that, so I'm hoping that these matches are going to be short so I can go. But they're not. The timer runs out. It's made completely irrelevant. And, she's just having conversation, talking to this person. It's going on for a while.
Pal, you asked for that same thing, by the way. When you lost on time, she also extended the same courtesy to you, like, hey, look, we can keep going. We can play out the rest of this game. It's not that big a deal. So it's...
Yeah, exactly. She even said, while I pack, we can keep playing. So she was being so accommodating, but this absolute... I don't even know what to call him because I feel bad for anything. If I call him a clown, I feel bad for clowns.
Seems like she was just more than willing to let people play chess with her and try and, like, enjoy the experience of playing against a grandmaster. Because that's not something a lot of people ever will get the opportunity to do.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be something fun, which is a concept that completely eludes this guy, apparently.
Oh yeah, that guy must be fun at parties.
He took this as like a call to arms or something. Like, I must compete for this prize in this chess match. Chess, which... something I don't really understand how the knight moves, but I can do this. I must do this, in fact. So he's complaining about other people getting to play through time, like after it runs out, when he himself wanted that same
Benefit.
privilege.
Privilege, yeah.
Whatever. Match ends. And then, without even acknowledging me at all, some other guy comes up in front of me and starts playing with it.
And you should have taken it with the guy like a man. You should have taken it with the guy, but you were scared. You were terrified. You're like, oh, I don't know. The guy could judo chop me. The guy could karate destroy me. Oh, I'm so scared because the guy knows taekwondo and he's gonna do a 360 jump spinning kick and I can't block it because I'm a muppet. So I'll just insult the woman instead because if she tries to swing at me, I think I can block that one. This is what happened in his head. Thank you so much. C#35, really appreciate that for your support, and thank you, just some dude, appreciate it. Thank you.
I do feel a little disrespected at this point because I'm going to wait for you.
Disrespect.
I'm just, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just waiting. but you're going to just kind of push me aside. That doesn't feel right. But I've already waited long enough. I'm waiting for another friend of mine, so might as well.
But why though? Why might as well if you're going to be salty about it?
Yeah.
What's the point?
That's the point. Being salty and hoping that she'll be like, I'm so sorry. It's worse with these people, in fact. Look, I even turned on the pet for him. I even turned on the pet to represent his disgrace. That's what this is representing. Okay? It's green screen. He's green of envy because he wanted to win. He didn't win because he's a muppet.
There. You're just letting yourself stew and marinate. So, from his story here, his telling of the encounter, someone cut him in line and took his place, his rightful throne there at the board. So now he has to wait even longer. Well, just leave then, man. Like, again, it's not like you lose anything by waiting except your time. And if your time is something that you don't want to allocate to this, then just...
Yeah, because CIA agent probably works for NASA at this point, FBI.
Leave. No harm, no foul, no big deal.
Yep.
Maybe it's a little upsetting that you got skipped in line when you were really eager to play. Okay, that sucks, I guess.
Yeah, that thing we can sympathize with, but we don't because he's acting like a clown. I keep saying clown. He's acting like a rabid dog.
But that's also not her fault. She didn't just like wave someone through like, hey, fuck this guy.
True.
I want this guy to come up and play instead.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like that happens.
Nope.
It sounds like just some other guy went in front of the line in front of this guy.
And he was scared, terrified.
If that is what happens, why didn't you say something to the dude? Why didn't you take it up with the guy? Why do you take it out on her? It's not her fault.
I'll tell you why, Critical. The reason is called sexual dimorphism. Look it up. That's why.
So why are you going up berating her and then saying fuck you, giving her the finger, storming off, that kind of thing? Why take out all your frustrations on her when she had nothing to do with your place in line and your wasted time that you chose to still continue to sit there and not say anything to the guy who skipped you? Were you afraid to confront him?
Their match goes, I want to say, even longer. Not entirely sure, but again, timer is completely disregarded.
Disrespected. The timer is disrespected. This is Chrono Trigger here. We don't disrespect time. Thank you, Pure Life 34 and Core Books Codex. It's great. Great to have you here, guys. Excuse me, that pet is too good for him. You're absolutely right.
Entirely. She's like coaching the guy, talking to him, saying that they're going to meet up after this. So I'm thinking, I'm waiting for you and you're just kind of hanging out with your friend. That doesn't feel right.
No.
It feels like my time's not being appreciated.
What do you mean your time wasn't being appreciated? Brother, the only one not appreciating your time was yourself. If it's that important, the time that you were losing in there,
NASA.
you should have left.
Yeah.
It is not her responsibility to be conscientious of your time, of you.
Conscientious, man. And then he said plebeian earlier on. I'm appreciating his vocabulary today.
Choosing on your own volition to just sit there and then just fucking bake in your own anger.
Yep.
She had a little event.
Bile. He's baking in the bile. Boiling.
You sit down and play chess. She had people coming in. She was playing chess. You were one of those people. How was she supposed to know that there was some turmoil going on over there with your place in line? And when she did have the unfortunate encounter with you, she was extremely polite and sensitive to your sensitivities around your time. She let you play out the game past time, offering to keep it going, letting the game continue because you...
What an absolute imbecile. I agree with Moist Critical. Let me see if there is like a link. So, Starforge, get Goof Juice, absolutely. Our soap, he does have soap, doesn't he? Spotify, yeah, unfortunately no link to the girl's TikTok. But I mean, it was shown on screen, hopefully. Let me see if it shows here. You look, well, what an imbecile. What an absolute imbecile. Anyway, so I guess I'll look for her some other way because she was really nice. You want to support nice streamers because there is so much scum out there, and so the streamers that they think that the entire universe revolves around them and then they're being absolute nuisance and harassing workers. It's nice to see a streamer that is instead humble, nice, appreciative. Yeah, so we'll have to look for it. Anyways, good stuff. Thank you very much, Bearded Vet 2A, for the addition of $10 to my son's diaper fund. I really appreciate that. And congratulations on becoming a father. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. We aren't sleeping. No sleeping. It's usually no sleeping for the wicked, but in this case, it's no sleeping for the parents. Yeah, good video. Appreciated it. It was pretty good. Pretty good video, if I say so, for him. So that was pretty good. All right, next thing, I wanted to have a look. Man, there is a lot to see, but I don't know how much time I've got left. So I'm gonna go check on the baby and the wife to make sure she doesn't need help. So I'm gonna take a 2 minutes break. 2 minutes break. I'll get a new drink and then we'll resume if possible. In the meantime, I'll leave you with my pet. So there he is, and I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you so much. Be right back. Be right back. Of course, we had a bathroom incident. What did you expect? I'll read the super chat in a second, but we had okay. So we went downstairs to get a drink and whatnot, and then unfortunately, my gorgeous, beautiful baby decided to pee on the couch. So that was, yeah. So that happened, and I wanted to kind of give a hell. I didn't want to leave my wife in the situation, so we took care of that. Everything is fine. Couch is fine. Yeah. So that happened. But anyways, I want to acknowledge, of course, the super chats first, and then the normal chats as well. Of course, we had a bathroom incident. He waited for me. He waited for me because I needed. Also, I got my drink, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pee very quickly, and he wants simultaneously. I guess we are bonding that way. It's a bonding. Since he's like, well, my dad is peeing, so I might as well on the couch. All right. So congrats on becoming fine. Thank you. C. Blumberg, 89. Today is the first day of your new life. It's no longer just another Tuesday. May you and your family continue to be blessed. Thank you so much. I actually had forgotten that today is Tuesday, so appreciate that. And then Bad Hombre, thank you. Man, you gave so much during this live stream. It's insane. Thank you so much for your generosity. Sir, at first, I considered you very iconic above reproach, a pillar, unrealistic, yeah, but it's changed, and now my opinion is that you're a very fine man. Thank you. Humane, honest, and fun. I like making you laugh. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. It is a great compliment. You did it to your dad. It's the circle of life, so I'm told. Yeah. Bye, couch. Will rest in peace. Now we have a little spray because already we have 2 small dogs, so occasionally happens. We have a magical spray that takes care of that, so I think the couch will be okay. But I'm not sure about our mental sanity. But we will focus, focus. That's what we got to do. We got to focus. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful anyways. I think it's kind of I don't know anything. We just started this whole adventure of fatherhood, and yeah. But I have to say it's both. It's beautiful, difficult. It's mostly the sleep. I'm going to be honest with you. It's mostly the sleep. Anyways, so we have been live streaming for 2.5 hours exactly. In the meantime, let me tell you this much. My wife ordered a pizza. That's a good woman right there. That's a good woman you marry. So you're just doing your things and you go downstairs, you get pizza. So, and Dairy Queen. We got both. We got pizza and Dairy Queen. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go have pizza with my wife and child. Well, the child can't have the pizza just yet. Theoretically, actually, we could say that his blood, since is half Italian, is partially diluted pizza sauce, but whatever. So I think we're going to have a pizza night. So I'm a little bit with her, trying to help stay with her as much as possible. She's having a little bit of postpartum depression, just a little bit, hormonal changes and whatnot. So I was thinking she's a wonderful mother already, but what is Dairy Queen? It's basically, yeah, it's like, I think you can have food, but mostly we order basically ice cream, soft cream, whatever it is. It's pretty good. It's decent. I like Dairy Queen. So we ordered some really nice stuff with, yes, anyway. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to go have pizza, be with her, so she's happy, ice cream, and all that. And then, but I will be, as I say, I'm resuming regular streaming. So tomorrow, normal uploads here, normal uploads in the other videos. But for those of you who follow me on Twitch or Rumble, depending on your preference, I will be streaming probably every day, unless there is like a special bathroom incident, which may change the timing, or any other, like, I don't know, we have an appointment with the pediatrician, or the baby is too wiggly, whatever it's happening. But otherwise, we will be streaming a lot of gaming, a lot of stuff, some reacts. So I'm going to give you the link to my Twitch, which we are trying to grow in order to kind of get out of the monopoly of Google and YouTube, right? Because we want to try and create secondary sources. I'm already an affiliate, and on Twitch we're pushing for partner, so I would really appreciate if you could follow, so we can kind of work towards that. And thank you so much for all the super chats, by the way. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll have another stream tomorrow. Thank you, Lapco. Great again. Congrats again on your son. Tell your wife she's only got 8 more to go. Maybe 1 more we are considering. We'll see. But thank you. And thank you, of course, for the donation. I don't know what they're called. Rands, are they called? But again, thank you so much. Thank you for everyone on Twitch as well for the Prime memberships and your generosity. And I will be seeing you very soon for the next live stream. And otherwise, usual daily upload tomorrow. Thank you for watching and thank you for your support. From me, my wife, and my son. And thank you for gifting my subscription, Cold Jungle Media. Really appreciate that. Alright guys, have a good one. Order a pizza so we can all join in the pizza. Let's go. Bye. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Thank you.